Hello, 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 everybody. We will be starting the podcast soon and shortly. We are waiting just for one more person to arrive so we can start everything off. Feel it. How's it going, Kite? How's it going, Echo? It's been a while. Hello. No, we're not doing this. By the way, guys, while you're in the screen, I do have a new channel point reward. It will not work in the podcast section, but it will work here. If there is called Do a Roll. And
do a barrel roll.
And you just turn me around. These are some of the features that I will be adding to my live streams. Slowly but surely, we will be adding more and more fun, inciting, interactive stuff to do for you guys to do with spend your channel points. But it does take time and a lot of programming. Oh, here we go. You alive? Okay. There we go. That should fill out everybody.
Do a barrel roll.
But in the podcast screen, you will not be able to rotate me. Any other of my other screens, you can rotate me and spin me, so... Oh, it's the things I've been trying to do. So, guys, let's start this off. So, guys...
Funny night.
So,
Remember this dude?
I will be starting... I'm going to starting shortly. So... Hello, everybody. This is Ride My Avatar bringing you a Valiant Avatar podcast, episode 8. We have a special guest with us, and I am very happy. I'm quite happy to introduce our newest members and stuff like that, so we're going to be diving right in.
Especially fucking.
So, let's dive into the podcast room and enjoy.
Unite though.
So, everybody,
Right?
everybody, we ready? We are now live in the podcast room for Valiant Avatar. We have a brand new update, and I figured it would be a great place to show off. And we have Winning Image, known as the host, the man, the brain power of Cardfight Con. So, we are also having Chaircoon for Mr. Light for a little bit, but now he's back. We have Anteiku Nation, and we have Knight with us. So, again, enjoy. I know Knight might be getting angry and frustrated, but... but let's
Green Knight.
start going for it. So, let's get some history behind our very much well-known Winning Image. Let's tell us a little bit about yourself. Bring us through memory lane, everything that brought you to Vanguard, everything that we can.
Oh, Lord. Well, first of all, thanks for having me on. I'm super excited to be here. Shouts to Kyle for making this happen and allowing me to hang out with y'all tonight. So I started this game about 8 years ago, and I haven't looked back ever since. Now I'm a 20-year-old college student, but you can find me on Twitter as a 24-year-old Georgetown medical student.
Really?
Nah, just kidding. But but I just love Vanguard. So what brought me to the game, as Kyle was saying, like I when I was like at home just chilling in my bed, I came across one of the episodes of the anime, and I haven't looked back ever since. And then I was like, what is this cool game? And I just got really hooked on Blouse. And then after spamming it, the English and Japanese episode, you know, being the portly chap 11-year-old I was, my dad was like, okay, if you shut up, I'll buy you one deck and not buy any more cards for you ever again. Lo and behold, that one deck turned into about 100.
And then 1 minute episodes of how to play this deck.
Yeah, it's not good for watch time, but I love making them. But yeah, I used to have a Vanguard channel. Team Honey Badger plays Vanguard. Had it for about 5 years. Lost the password. Triple Sleeve TCG then contacted me, asking me to join their team and then be a content creator as well for them. And I just never really left the content creation side. And then, you know, when after doing Triple Sleeve editing for a while, I thought now's the time to do Winning Image, and because I missed it. I love this game just as much as these people on the screen with me, and probably as much as you watching. And yeah, that's how Winning Image was born. And that's why I never left.
Very much so. So tell us the mindset that you've had with making content. Like, what brings you to what you do? Like, what sparked you? What, like, again, like, you could just play Vanguard, but what made you decide to go to make content?
Okay, so what made me decide to make content? So I had this friend, his name was Jonathan. He still plays the game too. He was like, I used to watch, I don't know if you know Domino Paris 21, Kyle, if that rings a name for you.
No.
And difference
I remember
in
that
skill. Name. Yeah, Domino Paris is pretty legit. And I would spend so many hours watching Domino Paris. And one of my friends was like, you know what, why don't you just be him? And I was like, you know what, that'd be really cool. So he is, of course, still one of the big influences in my life. And Jonathan gave me a password to Team Honey Badger, and I uploaded my first video, and it was just smooth sailing from there. So I was just inspired by, I'm sure many of us are, by some bigger names in the community to really just put myself out there and create content for the game that I love. And I don't know if you guys are all Zero people, so I'm sure you guys know the deck and fight format like people do. Like they show off the deck and then a few games.
Yeah.
So I tried to do that for the TCG. It didn't work. Yeah, it takes too long. So I just cut out the deck portion, and it ended up being 2 minutes. So that's how it turned into the 2-minute how to play series. Yeah.
Definitely. So, guys, do you guys have any other questions for him, like personally on a grayscale? I'm gonna put you on the spot. You know this.
I'm an open book. If you guys want to ask me anything, I got you guys. I love this game. That's why I do what I do. My favorite position...
your mic is muted.
There we go. Thank you. Sorry. I was cracking open a drink earlier. I didn't want it to be like all loud and stuff. I guess I got a question though. What are your thoughts on Zero compared to the TCG? I know a lot of mainstream TCG players of the game are just like, nah, I don't want to play Zero because it's not Vanguard. What are your thoughts and opinion on it? So
Zero is a very interesting part of the game for me because I used to love playing it. Like I play it occasionally. I log on here and there. So it's mainly more of like a casual game for me. Like I'm not as into it as y'all are. First of all, what y'all do is very impressive, especially staying with some of the changes that they've made.
Well, we hope it'll get better eventually.
I think that Zero players are very committed to what they do, and I actually find it really impressive, their community, how strong they are. And doing Cardfight Con, it really inspired me. Like there's a lot of aspects of this game that don't really receive as much attention because this game is so card game focused, but that's one of the things that make this community beautiful. And you guys have a podcast which talks about Zero, and then the Nexus people talk about the TCG, and then the Drive Check people talk about news, and it's all people talking about Cardfight Vanguard at the end of the day, which is the best part.
Right. No. It sucks though, because it does feel like there's a bit of divide, because you do separate. There's the TCG, then there's Zero, and then there are the others who do the news part of it and stuff like that. I don't know. Hopefully one day we can all blend together. But Kyle, you actually do play the TCG, and I'm trying to get Knight and talking to Light about it too, about when Overdress comes out, trying to do remote fights and stuff. Since we all live in multiple realms of the universe right now. So,
I mean, I do Vanguard remote fight Monday, so again, you're always more than welcome to come and get your butt kicked. I take numbers. And if you want to be insulted away, I also take requests.
So what are you playing on remote
I don't have
Mondays?
a deck yet.
Huh?
I have a deck, but I don't know if I want to play it.
I don't have one yet.
It's an MLB deck. It's an MLB deck
incomplete.
from that came out. So,
I got incomplete.
Complete
I heard
Awesome.
MLB, and all I heard is I'm a tryhard.
it was a $60 deck that finished.
Yeah, I would not complain about a $60 deck that literally played out of the box, okay? That's not a try hard. That's pretty much pre-constructed deck that could win.
Yeah.
I mean, he got his money's worth.
$60. $60.
Have I used it yet? No.
Then use it. What are you doing?
I will eventually.
Use it.
After it's
Eventually.
been rotated out of the format and not allowed to be played.
Yeah, right. I just got it for nostalgia reasons. That's really it.
His child plays more with it than he does.
I could teach Grayson how to play. Actually, I could teach him V series because I got an Overlord deck. No, Vel deck. Sorry.
You know what? That could really work in your favor for content. Just saying. Teaching your son how to play Vanguard.
Are you implying MLB is so simple a child could use it?
I mean, if you're playing the Zero version, it's kind of autopilot. I'm not going to do the thing and then
Standard
it's like,
MLB, the same thing.
Whoops.
Standard MLB, yeah. Simplistic, logical, everything.
Simplest, yeah. He just needs to know math. That's all.
Yeah. Time to teach those number young.
If y'all don't mind me asking. With y'all's regards to like y'all Zero content, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer like the YouTube side of things, the Twitch side of things?
I'm on Twitch. I'm too much of a boomer for YouTube editing.
What's editing?
What is this that you speak of?
I record in one shot. Let's go. Make or break.
Yeah, actually, that's literally me too. Actually, I record in one shot. I don't actually.
Improv.
Yeah.
Best realization.
Yes. But I guess I'll go first on this. Like, since I do both, I prefer the Twitch side for like just everything related to like just ranked fights and then just fighting like viewer fights, all this stuff. Because that could actually make great content like later, like the viewer fights especially. But like for YouTube, it's more of like information, the news, like deck profiles, how to play a deck a certain way. Like, that's how I feel like I would want my, like when playing Zero, YouTube is that, and then for Twitch, it's just streaming like rank fights, dealing with people talking crap about me sometimes, wondering what my tech choices are. Why'd you put this in there? Why'd you put this in there? Why'd you put this in there? You should put this instead. I'm like, you know what? I play it the way that it works. Just let me be.
Axe.
Yeah, the Zero community is a very weird combination of elitist and stupid in some cases, and I don't understand it.
Go throw it away.
It's very confusing to me.
That's called society, Knight. That's just straight up society.
That would explain why I don't like it.
It's yeah, but it's still, I don't know, man. I get questions like somebody asked me today because I posted my Garmor Liberator deck. You know, I only have the 2 MLBs and I got 2 BBLs and 2 Gancelus, and somebody's like, only 2 Blaster Blades. I'm like, yes, only 2. Only 2 because this is all I got. But I still wanted to showcase the deck. You know, it was a viewer fight. And I'm like, you know what, this is a lot of fun. I got my ass kicked, but I mean, I wasn't begrudging of it. But I was like, you know what, I'm just going to show this for, you know, for fun's sake. that, you know, even a non-completed deck can still compete, so to speak. But I guess I'm like light in that sense, is that like I do the Twitch side, and Twitch is awesome. Twitch is really fun. I do the viewer fights, and that's where I have more fun doing viewer fights than I do rank fights. Like I can't stand rank. Doing viewer fights for me is like almost sitting down at a digital tabletop and playing Vanguard in a sense, since we can't do it at a card shop, and having that fun, that interaction with the viewers and stuff like that. And so that's a lot of fun. And like I will post my viewer matchups, and now I've gotten to the point now where like I'm giving a shout out to my viewer that I actually do play against, in order to kind of like,
I mean,
just
all
give
of the
them some
two.
props. Do what?
All the two that you keep recording of.
Damn. Damn.
Plethora.
Plethora. I love
Dude,
that.
Auntie, and only reason I'm not in your streams is because you stream at like 6 in the morning, and I'm like,
I do.
Out.
Somebody's got to do it light.
I'm always in a Anteiku stream going like, entertain me. You don't entertain me sometimes.
It's like, entertain me, mortal.
It's all about diversifying for y'all, because like there's so many of y'all now. Like
that's true.
There is a lot more now.
Just a lot more streamers. That's what I see. I see a lot more streamers. Not many like,
Well-
people make the YouTube channels as much. I see more streamers. I'm playing
Same
against
here.
PP Farmer.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot more streamers because quarantine just moved everybody to build at-home computers just to play people, and welcome to streaming.
Yeah.
Best way of kickstarting your streaming career, COVID-19.
Yeah, but while we're seeing more streamers, we're still not seeing like more YouTube content creators in that sense when it comes to Zero. Like we're pretty much, there is a little group, and that's the group that pretty much makes content from what I've seen on the YouTube side of things.
Because when you are watching different fight, you get way more content than you'll ever need.
Mm-hmm.
Different
Well,
fights
that's-
just 3 sets ahead.
Yeah.
That
Well,
also
that's true.
goes
That is
along
true.
with like the YouTube side of things, you know. I think it's a lot more easier to become established on YouTube per se, as opposed to Twitch, you know. If you're not live on Twitch, people aren't necessarily going to see you. But
Yeah.
whereas YouTube, like everything that you upload is archived essentially eternally, as long as you want it there.
Yeah.
It's a lot more. So I find y'all who do Twitch freaking impressive, because if you stick with it, like that's more power to y'all, like for real.
I don't know. I might
Twitch
be
has been. Go
It
ahead.
might lead, depending on which one. I don't know. With all the issues Twitch has been dealing out, I don't know how long before Twitch hurts itself into a corner.
Totally agree. Twitch is kind of running itself on its ass right now.
So y'all
Yeah.
going to Facebook gaming?
Yeah.
No, not Facebook
No.
gaming.
It'll be YouTube. It'll be YouTube.
Yeah. At least
It'll be
YouTube, you
straight
get
up
your
YouTube.
your content can be searched later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Twitch is doing some questionable things right now to its community. But then again, Facebook wasn't doing much better. So like we've had people come from, well, not our community per se, but other communities have had people leave Facebook to come to Twitch, and we'll see how long that lasts. I don't know. Twitch has been kind of on the radar since what, last year, maybe even before last year,
Mhm.
with some of the things that they're doing.
That. Roughly.
TMA.
DCMA.
So
Wait,
we
DMCA? Yeah, DMCA. That's what it is.
that's Twitch, and they're still
Yeah.
So let's go into Winning Image. Let's explain to us why you came up with Cardfight Con. What's the truth
Hey, did you
behind
get
it?
change it?
And any ulterior motives, anything like that. Honesty is the best policy here.
You're asking me to tell the truth of why I
Yeah.
started Cardfight. Well, to be honest with you, I was really depressed, like at one point, like because, you know, as some of you know watching it, I play college lacrosse for my university. My season got canceled. We were on track to make the championship and all this, that, and the other. And I was doing Vanguard content, you know, events got canceled, and it didn't look like we were getting out of it anytime soon. Lo and behold, everybody's at home, and I still talk to pretty much everybody that I talk to on the daily, and most of
Very
them
much
are
so. It
Cardfight
is
Vanguard
sus.
creators.
No, it's a real
some
thing.
of them are active,
Cypher.
some of them are not, and I thought it would be really freaking cool if our game does something that no other game has done before. And with Vanguard essentially staling out at the time, because V era was pretty lame at the time, like it was that time where everything was getting power creep and people were just annoyed. I thought it'd be really cool to just bring everybody together and just have everybody talk, because you don't see that in this day and age, people just sitting down talking about the game. Even if you can't do it in person, you can do it virtually, and some of these conversations that people have value to a lot of Vanguard players as a whole.
We do
And
have friends.
hopefully
Come
the
on,
people
Cypher,
that
don't be
Cardfight
rude.
Con is like, this community is big, and together we are more. Like, I came up with it in my garage. that's on. I still can't believe it. Like, I was just sitting there.
Cypher, we're friends.
Hot
you have a
Texas
friend.
weather, 100 degrees. Cardfight Con popped into my head. So
That's dope. I like it.
yeah.
Well, it
that's
ain't
the origin
exactly
story.
100 degrees right now, is it?
No, but it's getting warmer.
He's like, it's getting warmer.
Yeah, it's getting warmer. I'm very thankful at the end of the day that I get to do this, and very blessed that this community was receptive to it. Not many people get support on their ideas and get to see it come into fruition.
Hey,
But
V
in the
Shark
span of
Slayer.
2 months, me and my
Welcome,
team,
welcome.
me and these creators all got together under one goal, and it's truly humbling. Like, we're talking about doing a second one now, and still can't believe it to this day. Surreal, to say the least.
Definitely.
That's awesome, dude. That is awesome.
Bottom line is we care. You know, there's like,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, and I think y'all as creators as well got to see some of it grow, and are excited for hopefully some of the stuff that we have planned in the future.
Oh, definitely.
I am.
Definitely.
For sure. Ugh.
The invisible light. Where'd you go?
Yeah, me making a cobbler really quick.
What was it, Chairkun?
Yeah, Chirsama.
Chair Sama. There
Chair
you go.
Sama.
Sama.
We need to
I
put
like
that
that.
wig on Chair Sama. So, and then just have like a googly eyes and lips on there, and we'd be 100% Chair Sama streams.
This needs to happen light.
Alright. Sorry, I'm making a cobbler.
Who's buying the googly eyes? Who's buying the big red lips? And then who's buying the wig?
If it's glow in the dark, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, you don't get to remember. You know that.
I got the googly eyes.
I got the big red lips.
Night. You're being too quiet. You're like super hyper focused.
More of enraged, actually. So good try.
Yeah,
When are you not
that
enraged?
you can tell that he's enraged. You see the vein popping right now.
I just got final turned in the middle of battle phase. That makes me want to find people.
Oh, that's pretty triggering.
So let's talk about the effect that Vanguard has had with just everybody. Like, this
Raising
is where
my blood pressure.
No pressure.
like we understand that Vanguard holds a lot of dear to people's hearts. Why we decide to play a very luck-based game that a lot of people say and everything like that. Like, I get it. Mechanics suck sometimes, even with Zero. Like, why do we keep coming back to it? Why do we keep grinding it out and trying to put our head through a wall every single day of the week? You know.
See, that one's, I guess, because the game resonates with me. There's a passion and a love for Vanguard that I have, and I was just thinking about this tonight because, like, Hearthstone just announced a whole lot of cool new stuff for the game, and I like Hearthstone. It's one of those games where it always kind of brings me back to it when they come out with new stuff. I get my foot wet and then I'm good, but it does not sustain me. Whereas Vanguard has been a passion. Like, I don't know, you kind of resonate with the clans, or you resonate with the cards. You get behind something and it just fits you. And that's just a lot of fun. Even with the RNG, I mean, screw the RNG. Yeah, it's in the game, but every card game has RNG in it in some way, shape, or form. Maybe this one has it more so than others, but like, I don't know, man. Vanguard is just Vanguard. It's just really stupid cool. Like, they always find a way to try to reinvent the game, keep it fresh, overdressed, V series, G series, even for the power creep for what it was. But like, it's just I don't know. It's Vanguard, dude. It's freaking awesome. Like for me, it's the artwork. I love the artwork of the cards. Like there's not too many games that have artwork like what Vanguard does, but you know, that's just me.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like Vanguard, yeah, it's RNG based. Especially Zero is way RNG based. You can't guard. Things cards activate are weird and different a little bit, and it just.
And if you don't see enough grade 2s, GG, good game.
Yeah, basically. You have to run 9 draws basically for most of the time, unless you're like in spam cards, like you know, golds and shadows and all that shit. But overall, just fun. Like I was so out of TCG.
Is that a Zeo Blaster?
That's a Zeo Blaster.
No, it's not. It's the power light speed.
Light speed rescue.
Light speed. It's my vault over there, honey. I don't have money on it. Okay, honey.
She's like, give me all your Vanguard cards now. Like, give me your MLB deck.
Basically.
So, guys, you guys gotta follow Light because this happens on a regular basis where all of a sudden his wife and kid interact with him.
Guys are great.
We're all Power Ranger fans here, actually, I think.
Yeah, Dino Fury came out today.
Did it come out today? Nice.
Yeah,
Did it?
it's
Wait,
good.
you mean Dino Knights or whatnot?
I mean,
Sure.
yeah, for short.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
it's Dino
for
Knight.
Yeah.
I'm more upset that we didn't get the
Vanguard's
train.
effect on people.
Yeah, let's go. So Knight, let's hear from you, the one that really wants to pound his head through this game. Why do you keep coming back to it?
Because I have a problem and I'm also fucking stubborn. And I don't know when to quit when it would be better for my mental well-being for a variety of contexts in regards to this game.
Okay. As he's wiping his head. So again, what about you, Winning Image? Why do you keep coming back to it? Like, you started playing Digimon, I heard. You've been trying to start it.
I play Weiss now.
He plays the waifus.
I took the bait, as people call it. No, Vanguard's just fun. Like, at the end of the day, like, nothing like coming home after a tiring day of school, playing some Vanguard with the boys, right? And one of the things that I didn't really realize until about 3 weeks ago was, doing Cardfight Con really put me ahead in certain aspects of my education and life. Just from running an event of a global scale, I get to talk to a bunch of people and just interact with people on a global basis, find out their needs, find out what they're interested in, just get to know people on a deeper level than just, hey, do this for me, or hey, do this for you. And it's really interesting when people and my professors ask why do you keep doing what you do when you could do something else with your skills that you have? And I'm like, because I love it. There's really no other answer other than you just enjoy playing the game. And even though people have other opportunities, I just keep coming back because it's fun. And I don't get to do cool things like this every time at all.
Definitely. So with me, the reason why I go through madness and everything like that is because I dived a little too deep and we sticking with it.
We're committed.
There's a social psychology concept that says the more you invest in something, or the more irreversible your decision is, the more you convince yourself that it was the correct one.
Yeah.
How many decks do y'all have?
Too many.
Zero, don't ask me.
Wait a minute. Zero? Yeah. Zero is just... Oh.
I mean, I'm probably the only one in Zero out of everybody here that probably has all the cards.
That is true. Because yeah.
Okay, Mr. Day One.
No, I mean, I was day one.
Actually,
I took a hiatus from it, so...
No, I'm Mr. Day One in every content.
That's true. That is right. He's day one, all the time.
Hey,
Yeah.
everyone
you
ride,
finish
ride or
Grand Blue?
die.
Literally, basically.
I am ride or die. You ride with me, or I'm going to die and have a massive debt that I can never get out of.
I wish I knew, because I only play the clans that I enjoy in Zero.
I mean,
That's not a bad thing, though.
I guess.
It's not a bad thing. It's not. I mean, the one fun thing about Zero, though, I will say this, is that like while it can be expensive, you can still play a good chunk of the cards that like you wouldn't be able to play in the TCG, because then that just becomes a big giant money heap trying to collect all the clans. So there is that, because I've been able to play certain clans or decks that I didn't get to play in the TCG, so it's been kind of fun on that end to be able to experience those in some way, shape, or form, even if it's not completely true Vanguard. But I think it is better for most people if you find one or two clans in Zero to just be like, this is what I'm sticking with. Now, if we're Daddy Warbucks, he's going to be like, day one, I got you all day. Isn't that right, Kyle?
That is right.
My Grand Blue deck
Mr.
on
Day One.
And I didn't even. And guess what? The next day, I went from, and what's even funny is I battled Goki again, and then opened up 5 packs and still pulled 2 more triple R's and a SP of Kakaitis Reverse. I'm not even putting money into the game. It's after that fact I just opened back.
Well, I mean, like before, like prior to like the events, how like do you just pull lucky pulls, or like just like every time, or like gems?
Have
gems?
you watched my content? People
live.
get salty. People get salty when I upload my videos because they watch me get everything. You could watch me when I literally have 4 Celestials Zerakiels right now. SPs. 3 of my girl, what's her name? Prism Labrador. Like, I made people jealous that day. And then I got, when that whole debacle BS with the whole, yeah, we're going to move the SP pack mid-month for Shadow Paladins and everything like that. I'm like,
yeah.
I would have waited.
Yeah.
It's that streamer luck.
Oh, Kyle, so let me, while we're bringing that up, what are your thoughts on opening day 1, though, from now on? Like, with that, unless they're, like, completely, as I'm going to call it, transparent about when they're going to do, like, stuff like that.
I mean, I have enough crafting material where I wouldn't care, but
yeah,
to me, like, if I was trying to shoot for SP full everything, that'd be a different story, but I don't know. Like, I'm probably going to still do the same BS that I always do, day 1, because I like to get all the packs out of the way and call it a day.
Yeah.
Because if it just sits there and just sits there, especially next set doesn't have an SP pack, if I remember. No SP rate up unless somebody bites me in the butt right now and tells me wrong.
Well, let me know. I was going to say, unless they do it different, because now they're supposedly doing it different than Japan.
Well, no,
maybe
I mean, the SP pack would have to be its own thing. I get where they were coming from. The Lunar New Year was bullshit. I was upset with that. They could have easily made it so that Lunar did what it needed to. And that should have been, 1, that all the Lunar packs counted towards the SP packs. Because if you were having both active, why the frig would you not just do that? And second of all, why the heck would you put a cap gain to 5 packs of every single pack you could pull with those things?
Right.
Let someone pick the full packs they wanted. Again, that was BS in all retrospect. There was no need to do that in any way, shape, or form. Let people pick.
Right.
Especially with me, I would have just went right into the Labrador straight up because I didn't need anybody else. Like, I only opened the...
Yeah, but there was...
What?
No, I was going to say there was one more insult to injury, was that little $8 bundle you could buy. Those 5 packs that went to the Binding Force of Black Rings, you could not open SPs with those. They were a different gacha banner altogether that did not have the SP medals in it. That pissed me off. I'm like, are you serious? Like, Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like that is oh god, that pissed me off. I ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
I personally think the global tiers were hilarious, and I hope they do more like it. But that's just me.
Well,
legacy
I
is
don't
clever, I
mind
understand.
difference. I do like the differences, but at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of certain aspects. Like, just be transparent right off the bat and just tell us this is what's happening. When you print your monthly freaking calendar, be straight up
Make it
and
right.
say, yeah. And not
Yeah.
2
And
days
then
after
print
the
it.
fact and send out a apology letter.
It wasn't even an apology letter. It wasn't even an apology letter. It was just oh, by the way, you know, we are going to be doing this. Just to give you a heads
No.
up.
The way it was worded was, hey, you stupid idiots, we're going to do whatever the fuck we want, and then we're going to call it a day.
Basically, it's like,
Yes,
and
there
then people
was
are trying to like people are getting mad, and people are trying to defend them. And it's like, okay, here's the thing, like, they effed up by not letting us know, and they some people said they suddenly let us know. It's like, no, that was an example. Now, if that was an example, you wouldn't put it in parentheses.
Yeah, we
You know.
we could have that cold chain ride of potato either
Yeah.
too on that. That was funny. But
But yeah,
like,
there's like you can't. Yeah, you can't really do much of it. They did it. They what they wanted to. People like that wanted to SP their decks got shafted a little bit there. Yeah, there's not much you can really say except like.
Yeah, but people want to say that, oh, the global community is being greedy. We get so much better stuff than the Japanese
true.
community. I'm like,
Yeah, we do. I mean,
but while we do, that doesn't give me the right that I have to just take bullshit. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, you gave me a side of bullshit. Let me be so grateful because you gave me a side of bullshit. I'm not going to do that. Like, there's a right way and a wrong way. And I just feel like the way, like Kyle was saying, that there was a wrong way of how they did that, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, like, I appreciate the free packs. Like, it gives the game very free to play, friendly. Yeah. But, like, there's just certain aspects that, like, they could do better. I feel like they're trying to. I don't feel like that deconstruction thing that they came up with really does much to help the crafting resources. You're still stuck behind a wall of I have to have at least 4 copies, and I have to have
Yeah.
different copies. Now I have to have different copies to be able to disenchant the different copies. As long as I have 4 of that, I mean, it's still
you
it's
have
not.
four. You have to for everything that's not SP. I think that's the whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, winning image. I know you really don't have much background in Zero, but what is your take on all this information that we just plopped down? Like, again, from a perspective of an outside source.
Well, I actually had a question for y'all, if y'all don't mind me asking.
Okay.
Just on the
Yep.
Zero kind of train. So, as you know, on the TCG side, maybe Kyle could speak to this a little further. Like, a lot of content creators are more critical of, say, I guess you would say, structure of the game itself, whereas y'all are more critical on access. And, like, do you think that's hurt the game's popularity a little bit? Do you get what I'm saying, Kyle? A little bit? Kinda, sorta?
Go ahead, Kyle.
I didn't say anything. Go
Did it
for
make sense?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I have actually played the TCG, so I've played it since 2012, 13ish. So like, I know what you're trying to ask, but go ahead, Kyle. I'm trying to find my charger real quick.
No, go for it, Anteiku.
No,
Take
no,
it
no,
off.
no, no, no. Go ahead. You're asking about like, are you asking about like, if I understand this correctly, you're asking about like the access of the game, like how people have been able to actually access Vanguard versus like Zero.
No, so like I'm asking like why do you guys think like Zero creators are so critical on access to like certain cards, whereas like TCG players are more critical on say the structure of like the game and the tournaments itself? Because nobody really complains about ranked as much as they used to. Like of course on release like it was its own monster, but nobody talks about it now. Everybody just talks about
Well, because
card
the
ratios.
VP farmers are gone now, so majority of the
basically.
way. But again, people are just, it really comes down to the hypercritical situation of that with Zero, there's just so much that it can strive for, where like in the TCG, like again, in Zero, you don't look back and you can't use cards in the past really because nothing in the heading of the future doesn't mean anything. And again, the biggest issue a lot of people have is the RNG on pack openings. Because again, I can probably open up anybody's Facebook Vanguard Zero thing, and I can probably hear, oh, I opened 250 packs and I only got 3 triple Rs. I'm like,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
and as I'm just sitting here going like, I built 3 decks out of 160 packs. I built everything in 160 packs.
People's RNG is just bad.
Huh?
Like, some people's RNG is just bad.
Oh no, I hear it. Like, and I feel bad. And RNG in this game, it screams RNG luck every sense of the word. And like, I don't want to say like some people get luckier than others. Like in this game alone, you can watch. I've played games where I'm like, I only saw 2 triggers in my hand. Oh look, I shuffled everything back. I put 2 heals back because magically they were in my opening hand.
Right.
And look what I drew. Double heal, and I drew the 3rd one on the 6th draw. I'm like,
That's a mood.
I'm like, I quit the game after I started the game up. I just went like, nope, I'm not doing this.
Done.
Nope. Here's your free 200 points.
So it's more so a control what you can control kind of deal. It's a little bit easier.
Yeah, if you really think about it, it really does come down to the physical card game you can control more, where Zero, you really don't have as much.
It's a big external locus of control in most situations.
Yeah.
Echo brings up a good point, is the way I like to put it is the TCG, when you lose, you feel the outplay. If Zero, you lose, you feel like you're still cheated. They cheated you out of the win. Yeah, the shuffling algorithm can definitely be better. I've complained extensively to Bushy Road almost weekly on a basis, going like, you need to fix your shuffler algorithm. Your randomization just is terrible. It
Sucks.
Yeah. Especially when you watch
too random generalize.
No, the best part is when you watch, as I can predict 98% of the time when they put the heal back because of the effect, it's on the top.
True.
Yeah, people's trigger luck sometimes.
But again, with
It's usually Revengers and Eradicator players, let's be real. That's
Yeah.
Well, Eradicator players, let's be honest, they can't get punished. There's nothing they can't be punished for. They have a Vanguard that literally hits for 9 crit on a swing if they want.
They can literally kill on 3 if they break Ride Descendant.
Yeah.
With minimal effort.
Yeah. So there's that. There's just so much that deck just doesn't care about. And again, that's like the biggest issue.
Well, the fact that it killed... Go ahead, Kyle. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man.
No, you're good for it.
No, I was just going to say, the fact that it kills your main guard mechanic being your grade 2s, that's very powerful.
Yeah.
The fact that it swings for crits, that's very powerful. It's got ways to either swing with crits or, like I was about to say with Descendant, either I swing and I don't hit you, and I stand back up, and then I hit you in the face, or you're just going to get hit with crits. Like, Eradicators are very abusive in Zero, and that's, while it is one of the cool things of how Zero works, that certain clans or certain mechanics are a little bit more powerful and relevant in Zero than what they were in the TCG, because intercept is a thing. It actually means something, versus in the TCG, it's like, okay, yeah, I can kind of guard my grade 2, but you didn't really do that all that often. You know, it didn't really matter. In Zero, it matters, because like everybody was saying earlier, you live and die by your grade 2s and your PGs, and that still feels bad as that you do live and die by a PG. Like, there are some matches, like if you're playing Kagero and you don't activate Conroe skill, or you do get the Conroe skill and you get the PG, that one PG might have been the thing that saved you. And had you not run the Conroe, but then at that same sense, it feels restrictive, because it's like, oh, I have to run draw triggers. If I want to draw cards, I have to run draw triggers, because we don't keep drive checks. That feels bad.
The one thing I can't wait for, sorry, Anteiku.
No, go ahead. Man.
In G era, we get the introduction of resist units. All pray the resist units of grade 2.
Right.
Because,
but then there's a lot of questions. Like, we don't have quintet walls. Like, And in the TCG at this point, we started getting quintet walls with Brilliant Strike, which is where the Japanese meta is right now. They're getting Brilliant Strike. They're getting ready to get duos in the next set because we're getting ready to finish up Break Ride, at least in Japan anyway. It'll be July before we finish it up in the global community.
Yeah.
But at this point, we would be getting quintet walls, but there's no quintet walls. There's even some cards that they've not even printed for Zero, like the Cho-Os for Eradicators. There's no Cho-Os in
why show it
Eradicator.
not printed? That was surprising.
I guess they deemed it too powerful, is my thoughts on it. They deemed it way too powerful for how Sweep Command would work, and it would probably make it a tier 0 deck, in my honest opinion.
Choho? What does Choho do?
It would allow you to soul charge it, and then you pop something. And with the way Sweep Command works, when you would pop something, then Sweep Command go off. And then they had a grade 3 that did the same thing as Cho-O. It looked kind of the same also in that you would soul charge it and then you pop something. So like you could clear their entire board just for a couple of soul charges, and then Sweep Command would pop off, and then you just be doing all kinds of things, man. Like it'd be hurtful.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like somebody made a point the other day, and I didn't even think about it. We haven't seen Dragonic Lawkeeper. We haven't seen Ildana. Originally they had kind of spoiled Ildana, but it came to find out that it was just the wrong image. It was the actual effect for Mordred Phantom. But yeah, we got Pendragon and we got Sanctuary Guard, but we don't have Lawkeeper but they're also doing another interesting thing where they have incorporated the first Fighters collection that we got in the English format of like Great Dai Kaiser. There was a few Dark Irregular units. There's been some other units, I forget from which clans, that we're seeing now actually being incorporated into the Break Ride era that we didn't actually see until after Break Ride had finished up and we started getting into Legion and stuff.
Yep, I remember that.
And then that starts to lend itself upon something else because they've already confirmed, we will get Legion for Zero. So it's like, I'm kind of excited for it because it makes the game go longer, but then it helps you to get those triggers back that you did lose. And that was one thing I did like about Legion, and I hated that we jumped from Legion into G era so fast because I just thought that Legion was actually pretty damn brilliant in the fact that, it can put triggers back. It allowed you to guard better because you can be like, no, I don't want that to pass because I'm going to get this back and I can recycle it. But unfortunately, the good thing for us, and I shouldn't say unfortunately, but the good thing for Zero is that we lose those drive checks. So as soon as you hit a trigger, it goes through the drop zone. Well, that just fuels Legion even faster, and then I can get those triggers back. So we'll see. I think it'll lend itself to be more creative, more creativity for the decks, because maybe then we can actually run triggers without feeling, or crits without feeling so punished by not running draw triggers.
We're still going to get
I
punished.
feel can run crits comfortably are PBO Jailer and most gold Paladin iterations because of their resource generation.
True.
And
True,
Neo
true, true.
Nectars.
Nectars, yeah.
But those decks are
I thought
so
you would run
like,
stands
powerful.
and Neos.
Yeah. I didn't know Lawkeeper's not in Zero. That's very sad.
I didn't realize it till yesterday. Somebody was watching one of my videos and they were like, "Oh, that's interesting. They got Pendragon," but they're like, "Where's Eldana and Lawkeeper?" I was like, "Oh." I was like, "You're right." I was like, "Where's my freaking Lawkeeper at, man?"
I mean, is there another round of support for Eradicators they could do?
No, Lawkeeper's
I don't
a
know.
Kagura,
I mean,
man.
Yeah, Kagura.
Well,
I mean, at this point, it'd be
remember,
kinda like
you
late
also
in the game.
need to remember that what support comes out in Brilliant Strike is the reverse, the rebirth.
Mhm.
right?
What support cards does he have in that set?
Nothing other than like Dauntless and a few other things, like some Steel Dragon support for the Unlocker, and just things that work around reverse. There's nothing like major that's going to be like Lawkeeper related. It's just generic stuff. It was just generic stuff that we saw in Brilliant Strike that just kind of gave like a little bit of variety to the Kagero clan or whatever. But nothing like Lawkeeper though. Not Lawkeeper was even that great, but it's still a unit that like we don't have, which is just weird.
Sanctuary of Light.
Sanctuary of Light, yes, that's actually going to be in there. Yes.
Again,
Jeez.
we're gonna see a lot of possibilities and everything like that. Again, I think you're gonna start seeing some of the rest of the cards probably at the end of it, because if you're saying there are missing cards, they probably pushed it towards the end. Or to be honest with you, I would prefer probably half of this not reach us, but again, they're just probably just loading up for the final set. Because the rebirth, probably if there's like 4 cards, they need to fill it up with something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's rebirth.
Yeah.
the Rebirth. What else is there?
Alfred,
Gladiators,
Drag
the only thing
Ruler.
the only one they haven't revealed in the database is Alfred. They've shown us Drag Ruler, Glindios, Rebirth, the Break Ride for Dragonic Overlord, all those things, and all the Glindios support. All that's been real, and all of it's tagged to story mode. So I'm guessing they're only doing that for the fact that they don't want people to be like, "Oh, this is coming out." Da, 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 da. I mean, they've given us every other boss unit in the game that was in the story, so I can't see if they were to do that, that'd be like the biggest dick move in the history of Zero, as far as I'm concerned. Because I want my damn break ride. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about that.
You're fine.
People are gonna find a way to world end without reverse units, and it's gonna be so annoying for a lot of people.
No, the way that's worded, you still use the reverse. So apparently, it's still a deck that uses the reverse units. It's
Yeah,
just
they
gonna
do.
be
What, for Glindia?
yeah. You still have to plop down reverse units or whatever in order to get the effect off. And I mean, at the same time, though, they did make Spectral Duke a Shadow Paladin and Gold Paladin units. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, and they're probably gonna do that. They're gonna update it for Glindios when that releases.
No,
Yeah.
they just need to remember, Glendios claim that just when Glendios comes out, it'll just say.
Oh, they're gonna
All
watch
reverse units
what?
are now Link Jokers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, reverse cradle.
Oh,
Because
gosh.
all reverse units are just grade 3s, right? So that means you're literally sacrificing having grade 3s in your hand for
for a one-turn kill.
Not when you have that starter.
Yeah.
That they have.
what does the starter do?
Discard any reverse unit. Look at top 5. Add one of them to hand. Add anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also, it's the fact that with Glendios, is you just need to lock 5 cards on their field, and then
right.
and just make them stay locked. So you didn't. I think that's what the
Right.
point of the reverse unit is. So
Excuse me.
stay locked, if I recall correctly.
I agree.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Not sure.
So let's dive into. Let's see. What was the next topic? Hit us off, Knight, on our next topic.
I'm in a match. Hold on.
Knight's not committed, apparently.
Getting sacked by Eradicators or Avengers. So what I've learned.
Yeah.
In the last 51 minutes.
Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
All right. What number are we on? I can go off it. Anything?
Go for it.
List, yeah, but I need to know. what number we're
Number 4 we're heading into.
Okay.
Issues with
Four.
scalpers in card game opinion, seeing it as it's heading to all card games. Scalpers should be lined up in the streets and shot. That's my opinion.
Damn, not okay.
So dark.
Tell them how you really feel.
Dark.
I'm gonna let you lead
Scalpers
that
have
conversation.
zero net utility to society. They embody every worst aspect of capitalism to the point where they literally have zero contribution and negative, or actually overall negative, general practicality to society. They contribute nothing. They are nothing. They
Hey,
are
Sarah,
less
what's
than
up? How are you? Wow, crazy.
Yeah,
I like that.
I agree with you on that. But damn, line them up and jeez, inciting
I-
violence here.
I mean, look at it. It's already transferring over to Vanguard after they've scraped out Pokemon. They scraped out trading card games for baseball cards. They've scraped out Digimon like hardcore. Like people are really drying thin because scalpers are just gathering it all up just to hold on to it, just try to push the hold. It's like, seriously, I feel bad because a lot of people want to be here.
Playing these, yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, like the trial decks already on Amazon are $19-20 and they're $4 booster box.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Mhm. Right.
Why? I mean, yes, I get everything. I get the whole playset of the whole deck and be able to play it out of the box, but geez Louise, why?
Yeah, it's insane.
Anteiku's getting eaten by a door.
He's got the purple lights going for him over there.
I had to take care of something.
Welcome back.
Okay. Thank you.
So basically we've covered capitalism,
Basically.
Yeah, how do you feel about scalpers in card games at the moment? They're kind of, it's the biggest topic right now for a lot of cards.
Human
I-
garbage.
Okay, I gotta say this. I went to get McDonald's for my son when they had the whole Pokemon release, 25 years thing, and I was able to get the last Pokemon box, like, for my son, because he's like, I want McDonald's. I'm like, okay, I'll get McDonald's, and I didn't actually think that I had Pokemon.
Here's the last box. Don't go flipping it.
I'm like, I didn't know about this. I was like, I haven't opened the pack yet. I just left it in my car. It's literally still in the packaging. Beside,
Sell
like,
it for
in a Popeye,
$75.
envelope.
You made profit.
Yeah, make good profit. Unopened.
Well, what were you saying? What?
No, I'm just
Were you
saying,
done?
it's unopened. I haven't touched the damn thing yet. Like, we pull it out and we're like, okay, and I put it in my glove compartment. That's it.
I think it's just a shame, man. People are even doing that. Like, not about the Pokemon, but like scalping like the overdressed trial decks and things like that. That's bullshit, man. Like, it's bad enough people do that with PlayStations, and you see where that gets people. But like, you're gonna do that with a card game? Like, really?
It's just the world economy right now. What do you think they're trying to do? Everybody's trying to break the economy now to the point where either you have money or you don't. Because again, something's gonna give. Something's gonna give. Something's gonna give, and it's gonna be a rude
Probably
awakening.
going to be that person's facial structure bones, but that's
And that's why we stream and do YouTube, kids.
This is why we're
Right?
content creators. So, again, we kind of covered. I know this isn't really elongated, but scalpers, we kind of all have the same valid opinion that they're all royal trash that should be just taken out and roll down a Busy's three-way and just go like, good luck, have fun, see if fate is on your side.
Well, it goes
No,
back
no,
to
no,
our
no.
conversation earlier about access. You know, like
Mhm.
all of us want our games respectfully to grow. And I tried to get into Digimon, as Kyle mentioned earlier. Like, I just couldn't do it with kind of these high prices. And
Oh, is it really high? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
see, this is why I jumped back in November and got everything and built 5 decks for relatively cheaper prices than anything else. So technically, if I wanted to, I probably could make, with my whole collection right now, make $2,000, almost 3.
Damn.
Good lord.
yeah. So like people playing Digimon, like kind of turned me off from it because it's about that elitist mentality for some people. And
It became the elitist because the product is so unreadily available because they're releasing in the middle of a goddamn pandemic.
Yep.
You're telling
Yeah,
me.
but then I start feeling that Yu-Gi-Oh mentality slide in there though, because you know everybody loves their secret rares and their high rarities. They're like $500 decks or better, or whatever
yeah, but
crazy
Yu-Gi-Oh
ass
is
number
like
I can
a
come up with.
At least Yu-Gi-Oh's not
travesty.
new because you have
What?
all these cards.
My
Yeah,
Lord
that's
and Savior
true.
will always be high rarity. Do not insult him.
I'm just saying, Yu-Gi-Oh is a travesty from a game design and balancing standpoint. Like, they are one of, if not the worst card game in that regard.
Yeah, because they always find a way to break their game. Like, hey, this
Yeah.
set we're gonna break it. Next set we're gonna break it even better. Watch this. We're gonna do it.
And take
you-
you, and take you. Hold my
Do it
beer.
again.
I promise I can do it more.
Like, how do you even rectify that when your continual modus operandi is just breaking your game every like 3 to 5 years?
With a new mechanic.
Yeah.
That was designed to unbreak
This
the
is
game.
the first time they haven't introduced a full new mechanic in ages.
I think the last
You know-
time was Arc 5, right?
No,
No, because they did Pendulum
oh.
and Arc 5.
The links were the last one.
Yeah.
They just changed the rule setting.
And then they still found a way to break the game, which is crazy. Oh man, but I mean, hey, at least that's the one thing we can say. Like, Vanguard's not broke itself. Like, it might get power creep and it can be a bit absurd, but it's not breaking itself.
The
Like,
only
it's
time
like-
Zero was broken was Ruby
I'm
launch.
an Angel Feather player.
Hey, I like what the new Angels can do. Like, I'm a
So he plays Gabrielle, so he's the most scummiest person right now.
Yeah, I like playing with myself for 3 minutes, sometimes less, and then killing you.
You might need to check in for some
Yeah.
Viagra for that if you're having that only
Crazy.
3 minutes. If it lasts
Called
more than
Hamlet.
8 hours, then you
Oh,
have
the one who's
issues.
gonna make the content.
Hey man, hey man, it's about diversifying content, right?
Exactly. Oh,
Gosh, I'm a scummy angel player. Hand me out best deck, baby.
Hey, I play
God.
Prism right now, so I play best deck.
Angels deserve to have their spot in the their time in the spotlight. I'll say that.
Excuse
Angels,
me?
Angels are not bad, dude. I love G-Era Angels, man. It's just like, we're gonna
G-Era
do the
Angels
same
was
thing.
the worst.
I love G-Era.
The Referos loop that literally just said, yeah, I'm going to take 6 hours. GG time.
Genesis did the same thing. Genesis had their
Genesis did do the
freaking
same
loop.
thing.
I was like, oh my God, I watched it on
Genesis
YouTube
kills
video.
you, though. Freaking
Oh my
Angel
God,
Feathers
dude, Genesis
doesn't.
is giving me
It just
a headache.
takes 2 hours just to do something just because they wanted to burn the time. Genesis
I'm not
loop
gonna
literally
lie.
wanted to kill you, just to guarantee
I
you.
have forfeited more games against Angel Feathers just because they've wasted my time. Just saying.
It's okay. Once you get like these angel feather players that like have played the deck for like more than a month,
Talk to Mookie.
and yeah, and then
Yeah.
like they really like pick up on things and could see some cues like they can with their deck. It's very impressive, especially
yeah.
for the ones that play it in premium too. These days, premium angels has so many lines of play.
Definitely. So let us bring up the news for Cardfight Con. I know everybody's been waiting patiently, and I think we've burned an hour worth of time.
What do you want to know?
So let's bring up the big news. Let's hear what something spicy you got for us. So let me bring it up when you say it in time so it can pull up. Give me a sec.
Let me know when you're ready.
That might be 6 years, so just give me a minute. Okay, I found it. Okay, go
Okay.
for it. Give your big announcement.
Drum roll, please. One of the biggest things people asked about for the last Cardfight Con is having a creators tournament. I am pleased to announce that we are having a Cardfight Con creators tournament, and creators who participate can win.
Ta-da! It is nice, shiny.
Introducing-
Introducing the big, shiny, big trophy.
Yes, and our tournament will be called Cardfight Con Creators versus Champions.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, take
Oh.
with that what you will. So there is a very big idea behind it, and one of the names that we're also flirting with is Victors versus Valiants. But for now, Creators versus Champions.
That's a lot of
So-
alliteration.
So
Yeah.
can we host a zero version of this, or is you just gonna just do a regular card fight?
So as of right now, we're talking about zero content today, actually. So we're trying to work something out to where we could get the Vanguard community as a whole engaged. We don't know what that looks like yet. I can't speak for all of our admin team, but I could say like we still want Zero involved in Cardfight Con because it is very much a part of the game. But going back to the tournament thing, one of the things that we want to do is hopefully see kind of the skill level of everybody that we can, and hopefully enjoy everything while watching that. And I don't know if you guys know, one of the big announcements that we had this week was we're partnered now with Vision. And Vision, one of the biggest premier Cardfight Vanguard tournament organizations, to help us run our event. So I
Nice.
am very excited to release information for this in the coming weeks, potentially days, depending on how fast we get stuff done. And yeah, another thing is that with our tournament, we are also launching a charity component called Cardfight Con Assist, mainly because we felt it's appropriate and important that we tell the stories of those who play this game. So be on the lookout. We're going to be supporting some charities throughout the year that some of our community members feel attached to.
nice.
And that's tied to our tournament. So
Oh.
I hope that all made sense for everybody watching. if y'all have questions, I'd be glad to answer them about the con going forward and whatnot.
Definitely, you guys, if you have questions about Cardfight Con, definitely ask them right here and now, because you speak now or ever hold your peace, because if not, if we change subjects, you don't get a second shot at this. But again, there is a delay, so
are y'all excited? Was that pretty cool?
So what
Oh, absolutely, man.
So what is the format you're going to be playing? Because there are now officially 3 formats. So is there going to be 3 separate tournaments? Is there going to be 3 separate get your butt kicks? I mean, come on, you got to give us a little more information on that. Like,
you want more info?
You can't just leave it out and go like, is this just one? Again, like we just asked for 0, but again, we need to know. I think everybody needs that little bit of information going like, what deck are they going to be bringing to this event? Are they just going to be praying to the lords above, their many gods in Vanguard, to have like premium be the major event? Or is it V premium because everybody is at that point? Or are we going to just wing it in the dark and go like, yeah, we're just going to play D Vanguard because why not?
Well, we're going to give the people the D standard. I've been wanting to use that for so long.
I gave you the setup for that, buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much. Another thing is that I don't know if any of you guys are sports fans and know like March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do our own version of that, where you're gonna be, because our tournament's gonna be a bracket-based system, and whoever gets the closest bracket is gonna win some big prize pack, which all 3 of our sponsors have brought something up to it so far. So hopefully you guys fill out a bracket. One of the things that we are talking about with Can't Confirm though is that a major apparel company may be contacted or has been contacted for Cardfight Con. One that is represented by the Swoosh. Yeah, and may make apparel for Cardfight Con.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
So
awesome.
Jerseys are being announced by the sounds of it.
I say jerseys, but
okay, we're all gonna have Cardfight Con butt cheeks. Okay, that's what we're getting. Okay.
I really want Cardfight Con shorts.
That's that's why I said all in the butt cheeks.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But yeah, I'm trying my best to make this thing bigger, better than ever, and I'm really glad that the people around me want to do the same. Kyle, what'd you think of the last one? Since I never really got to ask you.
Of the Cardfight Con?
Yeah.
I mean, I found it very interesting, very unique in its own components. I very much enjoyed the commentary. I feel like more panels probably for next time. I think, again, we should try to avoid when Digimon has a massive tournament and tries to drop it the same day. Just so. But again, like, I can't wait for a lot of new faces that started appearing over these last couple months. They can probably start sliding in to the con. Because again, we stand, live, and breathe by our content creators unifying. I feel like this is a great way of kind of bringing the community together, because there's not many options and or opportunities that a ride where you guys can go like, hey, want to make this video without reaching out. And I feel like Cardfight Con served a massive importance to the community, because again, look at Echo, like he ended up, and Naru, both, and I mean both, were with what's their names, the biggest when they were doing the proxy deck videos, like
Top Deck Heroes.
Yeah, Top Deck Heroes. Like, there's not many options you would have been meeting up with them at all. So again, it's really nice to see that, and I can't stress that enough. Like, again, this was what the community needed, and I feel like it's a great stepping stone. I just hope that eventually with Vanguard or anything like that, we can see that for facts of future.
glad you enjoyed it, and I'm certainly looking forward to working with you. Hopefully this year too.
Oh, of course.
Um,
You always
what
have
about you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kyle.
No, always open for time and discussion. Just plan in advance. Go for it, guys.
Of course. What about you, Anteiku and Knight? Did you guys check it out? What did you think? Is there anything you want
Check
to see
what
in the
out?
future?
Mm.
Cardfight Con.
The last,
I
the
have
last con
no
had-
idea anything about it. I had never heard of it until today. So
Well,
Sorry.
now you know.
No, I caught wind of it. I've always kind of still kept in with like the TCG side of things, just to try to stay in the know. I think it was a brilliant thing what you did, and actually, I'm a huge fan of it. I think it's definitely a good way to help bring the community together. And it's like Kyle said, it's one of those things where, like, had it not been there, wouldn't have had that opportunity to kind of, bring other people together and mix and mingle. And I think, like, going forward, I think it's going to be brilliant. Like, it was awesome last year when we had the Cardfight Vision content creators tournament, and we had like a whole plethora. It was one of the first times I started meeting Kyle, and then like we started meeting a bunch of other content. It was cool because like I think Mr. Time Leap was even in there, and like a few other people. Like it was, and then Different Fight even like got to commentate on the tournament and stuff. So that was a cool opportunity for like somebody coming, because I was new to Vanguard content creation at that time, and like again it was just meeting everybody. And I think things like that are very good for the community because it brings the community together as a whole. And I think what you guys are doing is brilliant. I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm super excited to see what comes out of this one and going forward in the future with more cons. And just keep it up, man. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan.
Much love, man. Y'all's words do mean a lot to me. Everything that people say, I've probably seen it all. Some of the stuff that keeps me up at night, some of the stuff that keeps me going during the day. It truly means a lot. And like I said, I'm very humbled to be in this position.
Just remember, man, Star Wars was made in a garage. Okay, just remember that. Star Wars was made in a garage. It's just Star Wars. It's just Star Wars. Think about that.
And Cardfight Con was made in a hole with a pail, and it got pulled up. Joking.
The original notes for Cardfight Con is in in my freshman lacrosse playbook. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it will forever be a part of my life, I guess. But yeah, I think I've exhausted that. It's been super fun. What's next on the
So the final topic we're
Yeah,
going
what
to
is
talk
next on
about,
the docket?
because 6, we discussed this earlier. Overdress information and taking a look at everything revealed so far. Again, we know that Overdress, they've been slowly integrating the trial decks and everything like that. And I feel like it's like the trial decks have been more than succeeding where they needed to be. The Dark Zone definitely splashing in. You're kind of seeing that the arts are now, they all unify to what they do, and it really interesting to see, because again, majorly, like we saw in the trial deck, we have a Pale Moon-esque like mid-game show like for Spike Brothers. Like it's really cool to see it. Like it's very much cool, Like I know people.
It is really interesting what they're doing with this.
Yeah. I know people are very upset that they lost some of their clan's identity, but I feel like a lot of them did bleed and blend into each other pretty quickly. I mean, Stoikea alone had 4 clans that, when they combine finally, are just mirror images of each other. Like, they all did the same thing, multi-attack, in some way, shape, or form.
Well, that's like with the Paladins, man. They all superior called in some way, shape, or form. And then you had other clans that could still superior call, like Neo Nectar. And then Neo Nectar was feeling like Royal Paladin or Gold Paladin because you were still getting resources out, and then you were buffing your board and keeping in hand. And yeah, I think what you said, right there, Kyle, is that, yeah, everything started blending. It wasn't like, yeah, we had these different clans, but you still had Kagero, it could retire. You had Eradicators or Narukami, they could retire.
Let's be honest though, that they were just the same clan.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It was basically like, yeah, there were different clans, but they all did the same thing. So like the fact that they're melding all the clans into one nation is I still think it's going to be better for deck building purposes. I think it's going to lend itself to a lot of creativity for the game, and I think that's what they were trying to do. So then you got all these different themes that kind of just revolve around some kind of type of mechanic or have some kind of main purpose and stuff. Like we've seen it right now with the Dark State. Like it looks like Spike Brothers, but it's got some Pale Moon in there, but they're soul charging and they're getting still feels more Spike Brother than it does anything. But I guess we'll see what they come up with.
Well, they blended it all well, I gotta say. It's got Spike Brothers mixed with Darker Regulars, and then they have the aesthetics of Pale Moon. So, and I think Pale Moon calls from the soul, so you're getting that. All we need to see is probably an effect that says, I rewind something in the back, place this, send that to the back, and then we have Gear Chronicle in a nutshell. So...
Well, there is a unit somewhere in that starter deck that has a steampunk type name to it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it sounds like Gear Chronicle."
Well, again, they're gonna show the arts and make sure that everybody kind of gets their art. The artist didn't just get fired. It's just a different game mechanic.
Well, what are you?
The art so far, like the Dark State looks awesome, dude. Like I've never really been like a big Spike Brother fan, but like it looks pretty good enough for me that I'd actually might consider playing it. I was like, this is pretty dope looking.
So go for it, Winning.
I was gonna ask what Anteiku was playing because I'm kind of lost on his kind of vibe on the nations.
Oh no. Normally I would say it would be Keter normally, but I have actually learned in recent months that I'm more of a Kagero or Dragon Empire fanboy, and Stargate or Brant, as it's now going to be called, like that is where my allegiance lies now.
Wave that flag, man.
Oh yeah, I'm waving it, baby. I am waving it.
Knight, what about you? Where would you be standing?
Probably Keter or Dark States.
Like your soul.
Keter Century.
I'm just messing with you.
So what do you think of the reveals so far, Knight, if you've been keeping up with them?
No, I have no opinion. I don't have a place to play cards here anymore, so I don't really have a reason to keep up with it.
Remote fight. It's happening, okay? I've already reserved 2 bundles of the trial decks. I'm sending you one, okay? So remote fight, we getting in there, okay? It's happening. Just
Are you sending him a deck box and sleeves too while you're at it?
I'm gonna do it. Hey, 50 card actually got the sleeves for overdress. So yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I saw that.
They look slick too, man. I'm like, I want it. I want them all. I don't know how I feel about Stargate being female cops though, but I'm like, okay, there's some kinky stuff in there, but okay, we'll do it.
You don't like Hey Guys?
Oh, you're right.
Hey, you guys.
Hey guys.
I'm sorry, but my clan isn't even out yet, and I'm very upset.
What is your clan? Bermuda Triangle, Lyrical Monasteria?
Yeah, show me that.
Not on the whale.
Yeah, it's on a whale. It's like a little boat.
Yeah, I want the whale that says where's Rem. I want to know who's Rem.
Oh Lord.
I imagine they'll probably reveal that like in the next booster box or something like that, maybe.
I'm gonna be upset if they do this as a yearly support thing, and I'm gonna beat Bushiroad in the head if they do that.
I hope they don't do that against later. I hope they don't do that to the nations, man. That was bad when you had the one clan that like once a year got support, and then everything else just like, especially when golds or gears just kept getting bukus of support. It's just like here because they didn't get enough support.
Let's break the game.
Yeah. Half of the support that they got wasn't even good. Yeah. Oh man, like you could look at the history of Gears, and they only got like 4 sets with actual support that made it.
Yeah, that was actually relevant.
I mean, they had to break it just to make it playable, and then they realized we broke it too far, winded the back, and okay, they're not playing anymore. Well, let's make this Zodiac time be Gold 2.0.
Yeah, because why not? Like, and then Nubatama, they're like, oh, we've never done much with Nubatama. Let's just break that. I'm gonna swing with my shit, and I'm gonna swing with yours too. How you like that?
No. The reason actually was they were actually scared of Nubatama. It's actually factual is hand ripping was such a scary mechanic that when they introduced it, it was really much. Everyone was playing the bear almost in any deck when they had mixed clans. The bear was almost always played because it can rip a card out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they were afraid of that mechanic. They didn't know how to balance it early on. That's why it never got more than that, like 2-card support for early on in the day. Then they came out with something way later.
But it gave us Ninja Master.
Yeah, because it wasn't until Break Ride. That they actually had a full-fledged deck. And then they dropped off for like until I think it was G era. I think it was G era when they finally brought them back.
Halfway through G era. Because
and they're like, hey, let's make them the bad guy clan for a little bit.
Well, no, they had that extra booster for them, and then they realized it was still too broken to rip cards from your hand, so they ended up going with the new skill because they're one of the few clans that have 2 keywords.
Shadow Stitch.
Because they got Dominate and then they had that discard.
After Image. That's what it was.
Yeah, After Image.
That was it, yeah.
Which
Dominate was just stupid. God, Dominate was stupid. I still love that, though. I wish they would have kept it, but oh well.
Oh, yeah.
Did you play that deck?
Yes, I did. I actually did. I built the entire Shiranui. I was just like, this is happening. I love that freaking deck, dude. It was funny though because it was powerful, but it wasn't like completely abusive as everybody thought it was going to be out the gate because there were still other decks that were still doing way better than Nubatama was.
Luart, Gear Chronicle.
Yeah.
And then Anj came onto the board and said, I don't give a flying F about anything you do.
Yeah, pretty much.
It wasn't Anj, it was Ellie. That card was busted because you could do it on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
No, what was it? Ellie was fine in my opinion. No, Anj was really the most draw advance. Again, I get anything I need out of my deck for bouncing 1, and if you had something on the rear guard, congratulations, I gave you shield value, but look at this. I am going to look for my deck and grab my Strife Fodder. 10 out of 10.
Memories I don't want to revisit.
Right?
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say, like, going into V eras, I was happy to see OTT be put on the map. Like, G era OTT was so bad. All they needed was a crit. All they really had to do was give Susanoo a crit in the beginning instead of just having this draw ability because that was just garbage. But then,
do you realize OTT was like the strongest deck when Stride first came out?
Not in my area. It wasn't. Like, everybody was playing everything else but OTT at the time.
Yeah, but there was only 4 clans.
Everybody was like playing Gears, or they were playing Royal because of Altma, or they were playing Neo Nectar.
When I say first came out with Stride, right after Legion stopped, the most broken deck that was played was Tsukuyomi because they could stack and get a triple drive, get closer faster. That was like the scariest shit.
I mean, I totally agree with that, but like nobody in my area thought that was a good idea. They were too much on the other hype train.
Because Tsukuyomi is big brain.
No, I agree. We only had one Tsukuyomi player in the entire shop. I mean, we had like, I couldn't even tell you how many players. It was ridiculous, but only one. Out of the entire time for like the 4 years I played up there, it was only one Tsukuyomi player, and like I tipped my hat to him. I'm like, yeah, dude, mad respect because you actually built the damn deck that nobody else wanted to build for some reason.
Did he like memorize like the orders and stuff?
Yeah.
Mad
It was awful. Like he went off, and people were just like, "I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with this because you don't know how to play the." Don't even get me started.
The very interesting little subject of the matter is you're allowed a pen and notepad in all tournament regulations.
Yeah, but nobody really does that. I mean, the diehard players will.
I keep a notepad and pen if I'm facing Tsukuyomi for that reason and that reason alone. Because I will watch them. Because again, Tsukuyomi isn't randomly put back. It is stack it at how you feel. And if I watch them go like, okay, just not slap it back, and they go like 1, 2, trigger on the top, I'm like, trigger, da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm paying attention to know when I'm about to get sacked.
Well, in premium, it still happens. So
In Vanguard in general, it still happens.
not in D format, at least not yet.
The sack even happens in Zero. Tsukuyomi is still actually good in Zero. Not too many people run it, but like the ones who do, Tsukuyomi still puts in work.
No, it's not Tsukuyomi's good. It's Tom is good.
Tom is good in Zero. Because
To be honest, any OTT deck,
a PG, I'm just gonna.
any
Thomas is
OTT,
busted.
yeah, any OTT deck that plays right now is straight up. Hey, look, I got 4 Toms. I'm guaranteed to see one. I'll hold this on until I guarantee.
do get a kick out of toxic OTT players who act like there's something particularly fantastic about using Silent Tom in Zero. Like that just makes me chuckle. Like, oh hey, I have a card that lets me instantly win in 98% of scenarios.
No, the answer.
good-
There's a reason why we will never have reveal, critical trigger, all effects rearguard because it's Tom.
Because of Tom.
Yep.
Which is kind of, I mean, it's still kind of funny because Darker Regulars can get crits on the rear guard due to Chariot and stuff. But, you know, granted,
they have
can't
to
just
work
go
for
back
it.
to PG. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right. They do. They do have to work for it. But I always did think that was kind of weird that we could give power, but we can't give the crit designation. But, I mean, I get why. Like, that point makes a lot of sense, but it's frustrating sometimes. But it would be, I don't know.
Suku would be oppressive at that point, and no one would play anything else.
All effects to
People are
Tom!
still-
I mean, you still get the diehard players that would love their decks till the day they die, but
Yeah, but that's a
That's
small
what I
percentage.
Nah.
Okay. To quote Atlas from Nexus at Night, Vanguard players. I actually no, don't quote me on this. That for this round, but he said something along.
you're
these
already
lines.
quoted.
Vanguard
You're quoted.
players
It's liable.
are people who drive Honda Civics but complain because they actually want to drive Lamborghini.
It's true.
It's so
I
true.
can see it.
We're not Yu-Gi-Oh boys.
We ain't blinging like
I
that.
mean, luckily we aren't
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh because we would be stealing from each other anyway. Hey, look, your backpack
my
is
God.
open.
Oh my
Bye.
God, I hated that.
That's
That was the
another
most
story.
awful.
If you want to go there, I'll talk to you about Digimon scalpers.
What do you mean?
No,
You almost bought something?
I'm not going to say almost because I really heavily considered it. So it was almost like it was in my cart kind of deal.
Uh-huh.
And then I just never looked back.
Oh, you should have bought it though.
Nah, not feeling it, man. I gotta spend my money on waifu shots.
Mm. Winning Image slowly leaves Vanguard to become Winning Swats.
Gosh, I said if my favorite anime gets a set in Weiss, Cardfight Con is becoming WeissCon.
What is that?
Rent a girlfriend. What else? Hold on.
Hey, Funko Chan.
Nice.
Welcome.
Part of it.
Nice.
What anime? Sorry, I
Rent a
don't
girlfriend.
rent. Oh, yeah. Give it like 2 months. You'll see it.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
would.
I
I
have
would
hope.
guarantee it.
Who doesn't
They
want to
put
rent a girlfriend?
Attack on Titan and Fate Zero in there for me, so I was just like, yes.
Give me ReZero and I might pick it up.
ReZero isn't in Weiss Schwartz.
Is it?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Okay. I was about to say.
I think
They
it's
give me
out in
Tokyo Ghoul, I'll be
Japan.
sold. I want to see Tokyo Ghoul, I'll be
That
sold.
would be cool.
Yes,
I
it would
mean,
be.
the deck I was actually considering a while back ago was Guilty Gear. That was
See, Avatar would work perfect for Weiss. There's 4 colors in Weiss, 4 nations. Oh, they should just do it already.
Make it happen.
Avatar
d-
Aang.
You don't. All right, my Avatar. You're right. What, Echo? What do you mean by that? I don't know. What did I say that triggered that comment?
What? What?
Echo said you don't at Ride My Avatar. You're married. I don't understand the context of that. I might
No,
be
I
missing
understand.
something.
either.
I don't know.
But yeah, WiseCon. You heard it here first.
2021 or 2022 is coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't need that. I don't need Rent the Girlfriend. This
Okay.
this
There's a lot of
little
people
ring
that-
says otherwise.
So I was joking, like with like the floods and going on, like just trying to make the best situation. You know, need a Rent a Girlfriend to help me clean up. But yeah, enough Weiss talk. Overdress.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about overdress. I do think it was kind of cool that like they got the Trick Stars and Kagero, and then like they've got the overdress mechanic. Well, I guess it's only specific to the Dragon Empire, so to speak, because they're calling that.
I like that. I like that. Now it
Yeah.
makes it completely unique. I was always wondering why there was 4 freaking grade zeros in that.
Yeah, which makes sense now.
What would be cool is that if they get better cards, it becomes a one of because you could search it out. Excuse me,
Mhm.
from the right deck.
But then you look at the Keeter deck, and like there's more grade 3s, I believe, more grade 3s than there was anything in the deck, which is
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah, there's like 16 grade 3s.
Mhm. Yeah, it was kind of
Yeah.
like it was redonkulous, like how many there was. It's kind of like what? But I'm assuming it must be around their mechanic. It has to be something with their mechanic and what they're gonna do though. Which I'm
I
curious.
hope-
I'm very curious.
Boost with your grade 3s. That's something Royal Paladin and Shadow Paladin haven't really experimented with, like
Mhm.
different grade boosting units. Like they've experimented with like calling a specific type of grade.
No, great. Mile did grade 2s.
Yeah, Altmile did grade 2s.
Yeah.
And
Sanctuary
no, there was
did-
grade 2 boosters. So
Yeah, but not grade 3s.
yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't do it to
They
the
haven't really
extent where
played around
Kumo
with
did
grade
it.
3s. Oh,
'Cause
with
Murakumo got
Yasui.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that would
So
be
ways they could
interesting.
take
Or
it.
they get some kind of bonus based off of maybe how many grade 3s are on the field or something like that. I don't know. I mean, because Kyle's right. Yeah, they did kind of focus on the grade 2s, and then Sanctuary Guard and Garmord focused on the grade 1 aspects of things. So I don't know. It would be interesting. It'd be very interesting to see what they do. And then the fact that they're also going to have like some Angel Feathers in there. They're going to have some OTT, some Genesis. So like there's, I don't know. I think it's going to be cool. I think it'll be cool whatever they come up with. Because so far I'm a huge fan of what they're doing with the nations anyway.
Are you
Although,
feeling the chonk?
Hmm?
The chonk energy
Yeah.
with Stunkea?
Yes. Oh my god, dude! Like I've never been a Great Nature fan, but like that artwork, like I don't know, I'm a huge fan of just the artwork so far in general for Overdress. But that had me like, ooh, that's kind of that's spicy. Because if Great Nature had looked like that from the beginning, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm playing Great Nature. But yeah,
Man, what a design for that card too. Like
Yep.
$4.99 trial deck or $3.99
Right.
trial decks. All people who wanted to play.
Now
Great
it's
Nature-
20. It's 20.99 if you try to get something from Amazon.
are you serious? Like just in general,
They
Yeah,
scalped it.
or like any of it?
Yeah.
But just order through like Triple C 50 cards, one of those guys.
Pity
You mean
card. I don't care more.
you mean
Scrap my
honest
boy out.
honest people?
Yeah,
I'm
the
sorry.
honest Vanguard vendor.
It's again right now. If 50 card Triple C weren't like scummy assholes, they could have easily spiked it because once it hits $20 somewhere else, you can start supply and demand triggers that.
Yeah, but it's also hard for these distributors to make a profit on it, right? Because they have to purchase it for a certain amount, then they have to ship it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm.
unironically, unless they charge for shipping, they're losing money. So, there's some truth to marking up the price a little bit, but definitely not that high.
I mean,
No, that's ridiculous.
I wish I was I'm lucky to have the card shop I do, just because right now Digimon trading card game boxes right now selling for 150 plus. My shop said that we're only selling it for 80. We are only upping it by $5 of the MSRP. I was like, there, that's reasonable.
Mm.
They're like, yeah, we're not scummy assholes, and they bought stuff from like the Targets and stuff like that, but they're like, they're using it as price support. So they're like, we're not just selling it at a markup price; it's used as price support. So you guys have a shot at getting.
What do you think the chances are them actually gonna be like sending stuff out in retailers like Targets or Walmarts or things like that? Given the fact that now they're talking about actually putting the entire anime history of the shows on is it Amazon, Kyle? What platform are they actually going to have the show on now?
Hulu.
I cannot.
Hulu and Amazon.
Hulu. Like that's a huge step forward for the anime and the card game itself, because like the marketing behind the game has been so closed knit. So
well, the problem of that was because of the advertisement, how they would advertise it. That's the main reason why we don't even have an English anime on, like, let's say Cartoon Network or something like that, or you know, Disney XD or something, because the fact of the matter is the anime shows their complete logo on the back of it. Literally has Vanguard on the back of it. You can't solicitize and market it. But now with the introduction of sleeves into the card game, I'm actually, there's probably an 85% chance we will actually see it on like Disney XD or Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, something along those lines. We will probably see it head that way, and then we will most likely see it hit shelves because of that, because you can market it. Digimon is another thing. Like with Digimon, the reason why it was able to hit shelves is because Super already hit shelves, but Digimon is also an anime that can be related and everything like that. It always rivals Pokemon.
Yeah, but Digimon actually had like a US network. It was on Fox Kids and stuff like that for like the longest time.
Until Disney bought it out.
Until what?
Until Disney bought it and then ran it to the ground because they don't know what they do half their shit.
I like Digimon Frontier though.
Oh, I love Frontier too, but then
it grew on me.
It's a really good anime.
At least the first 5 episodes? I don't know. The theme song slaps. What's it
I haven't
called?
watched Digimon since what was the one with the with Vmon, the blue one that had a little blue
So Adventure 02.
Adventure 2?
What was it?
02. Yeah. Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know, man. Digimon was pretty dope. It probably is still dope, but I still like the movie.
It's on Hulu. Go watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go do that, dude.
You got kids at home. Sit them down. Say we having show night.
Let me show you what I watched as a kid.
Josh, wait for Vanguard Overdress, and we'll finally get Vanguard in like Target. I think this game is mass distribution away from blowing up, to be honest with all of you.
Flip, what's up?
A lot of the stuff that I see were stuff that I saw from Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. I know that's a really boomer comment for somebody my age. But...
Dude, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! From the time I graduated high school in 2002 until 2012 when I discovered Vanguard. So, like, I get you.
Don't you see it? Like, a lot of like the where Vanguard is now was where Yu-Gi-Oh was back then, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that it'll go the way of Yu-Gi-Oh. Vanguard deserves it, man. Vanguard's stood the test of time, and there's a huge demand for it. They just need to go ahead and do what they need to do to make it happen, though.
Until they literally fix the issue of the art, people to say, "Oh, I got crit sacked, I lost. That was the only reason why I lost." Is the only way you're going to still have people just say that, and this game will never be anything more than people's eyes of either, "Oh, my opponent got lucky, I'm just gonna quit." My opponent gets way too much more luck than I do, and that's
but that's any card game. You accept that just by you sign that.
I don't know.
I mean, because Yu-Gi-Oh is basically, I mean, it's solitaire. It's like, oh, hold up, real quick, oh, by the way, you're dead. Good game. I mean, it's Yu-Gi-Oh,
it's
man.
a quirk. It's a quirk.
Yeah. And and Yu-Gi-Oh! It almost feels like, can I get my combo off before you do? Because then it's like, who's gonna go first? It was like back when we had the Chaos Engine. It was like, who's gonna get their Blackluster Soldier first, me or you? And if I do, oh, then you lost. I'm sorry. It's no different. It's just a different version of RNG is the way it's presented. And I mean, yeah, I mean, we got triggers and stuff, but I felt like, and I still feel this way, is that they did try to get away from where triggers mattered so much. I mean, crits do fucking matter, but like it I don't know. We ended up having more abilities that mattered, it seemed like.
What's up?
I'm on a different perspective. I think that the majority of why Vanguard isn't more popular is marketing optics. And Fumiko brought it up, like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Was basically a shotgun marketing strategy from when we were kids. But I don't like Zero never, or not Zero, Vanguard, and to a more extent like Zero as well, never got that like that level of marketing ploys to try and get shit out, right? So like they didn't try to get the word out. They relied on YouTube reliance and YouTube algorithms for the most part, at least in the beginning. But we never saw that level of surge with like with Yu-Gi-Oh! Being on broadband streaming platforms now until recently,
on a television network,
on cable television. But we never saw like that main mass market appeal with Vanguard that we saw in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that boils down to Bushi's struggle to market in the West comparatively to Japan.
Well, the problem is
I don't know how much of that is attributing it to poor or bad, flat out bad organizations or for tournaments or marketing firms in like Western civilizations, but overall, like we never saw that surge. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, right?
It's fine. I was about to just chime in and say, like we were mentioning before, it's the major output is Vanguard could never reach public domains on content because the restriction on marketing to children, everything like that. You can't market your game in such a way that Vanguard was not willing to adapt to. All it really took was to eliminate the back and just, after the first season, just put them in sleeves and they could have probably marketed it quite easily.
Well, it was Bushiroad
kind of
because they didn't want to
personally.
edit their anime. They did not want to edit the anime whatsoever. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Did. They edited it every which way they needed to in order to accommodate to the market. And unfortunately it worked for them. But
see,
go ahead.
no, but see, like that's the thing though. Like you have the two opposite ends of the spectrum. Like they edited pretty much everything to make it where they could market it, but on the same token, they didn't use any of the fucking rules for the show. Whereas like Vanguard had the opposite problem, right? So they'd refuse to edit so that they would be able to be on like mainstream television or whatever, but
Right.
they used the actual rules. So like you had like the two diametrically opposed stances, and
That's a good
like
point.
arguably the one that shouldn't have gotten popular did. Whereas Vanguard, you can literally learn how to play the game by watching the show, which I think is the most interesting part about it.
Well, every season every season
Hmm?
starts off on being
How to play.
Yeah, like the first two episodes, it's always how to play the game. It's very brief, fundamental, but it is how to play the game. Aichi's Adventure was literally starting a new card game and following the algorithm of your winning image, getting to the point, opening booster packs, everything like that. No card game really did that. I mean, we saw it once in Yu-Gi-Oh! For GX. Everybody else just magically attained cards because, hey, look, it's in the garbage can. Let me pick it up. This goes in my deck perfectly because voodoo magic.
Yeah, no, that was what that
This
was.
game-
Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, back to one of your earlier comments, Kyle. This game has like lived and died by its creators, and I think that needs to change. Like, bottom line,
I mean,
it's
we got it.
it's very much I want to say I don't want to say the game is carried by us right now, but a lot of people's entry points are through us right now because there is no anime going on. People just look up Vanguard and I guarantee you they see a creator's video before they see any official videos right now.
That's true. I never thought about that. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, so like it's really on us, and it puts us in an awkward position, I would say, because we all want this game to be bigger, but we don't have that support.
No. We can only just stand by and keep supporting it and doing what we're doing because, I mean, it works, but it's not enough to push that envelope forward. My biggest hope is that with Overdress and everything, that now that they've released Zero, pray to the gods that we actually get a legitimate like console version of the game, like globally, not just a Japan import.
Yeah.
And that we can actually play. Like, yeah, you can do tabletop, but I mean, I want something that's just fluid and works the way that it's supposed to without all those hoops
Give
and
us
stuff.
fucking Ride to Victory. God damn it.
Yeah, just give me fucking Ride to Victory. Just freaking translate that shit already and just,
Ride to Victory.
But port it to the Switch because no one has a 3DS anymore. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I love my 3DS.
I was about to say I can go back there and I'll grab it. You really want to say that?
I'll just leave the two outliers in this chat out of this conversation. Then, since
I don't own a
that's the
Switch.
way
I own
it's
a
going to
3DS.
be.
I own a Switch. I own a 3DS. I own an X. I own. I'm gonna stop.
Dick.
Me and Lady Luck have a good halfway because again, I was one of the lucky few to actually end up with a next gen console during the scalper prices. So let's be honest.
Man, fuck scalpers. Have we said that tonight?
Right.
We need. I'm going. Hey, I'm gonna eventually do this. Is that I'm going next stream? I think I'm gonna add a tally mark so whenever we have a repetitive thing, people can just hit tally and it'll just start appearing on screen.
Right.
Oh, I thought you were.
I made a Twitter post the other day asking about like the next gen consoles. Like, are you sorry that you haven't bought one? I'm like, hell no, I'm not sorry, because like the way that they've handled the distribution of the PS5 and the Xbox, after both companies said, "Oh, this is not going to be handled in this such a way," and then it really was. And even now, it's still just a big giant cluster. Not to mention that the only big title on the PS5 for me was Godfall, and then to find out that Godfall was, I don't want to call it garbage, but it's not as good as what they.
It's garbage. It is 157% garbage.
Look at what he says, garbage. Then, so like, I'm not
Demon
mad.
Souls
I'm just kind of waiting.
though. Demon Souls was almost the entire reason you should buy a PS5. Was the Demon?
You said Demon Souls?
Yeah, boy.
I'm gonna wait until. Wait, I don't even have to wait. I have a next gen console. Why am I saying that?
Anyway, Kyle submitted from this topic.
I keep forgetting because I was like, I'm gonna go wait and buy a PS5 once Kingdom Hearts gets announced or something that I don't have backwards compatibility that I'm overly hyped for. I'm like,
don't buy it from a scalper, please.
No, I'm gonna
Unless
buy
it's
it
to
from.
lure them out so you can then assault them. Then yes, do that 100%.
Oh my gosh, the scalper hate.
They're subhuman garbage. Subhuman garbage.
Well, again, the scalpers were really bad too because they used bots. Like the reason why you couldn't buy one was because you were dealing with bots. They were running algorithmic bots to buy it.
Mm.
I know, like
Hey,
three.
man, like I said,
Yeah.
Just consider, like some people are losing money.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's
good. Fuck them.
They didn't lose money though. They're gonna sell it for the natural price. Then.
That's how
God forbid they do the right thing.
Oh no, they'll do it once finally there's enough product that they don't need to hold on to it anymore.
Still remember, like they
God,
announced
I
the
can watch-
PS5 prices, and then all of a sudden Walmart was just like, "Oh, we're going, boys, we're going hard. Release it."
See, I got
and then
cut
it was
out of my
gone.
PS5 by Amazon. Not a scalper, not anybody else. I had my pre-order, but because I lost access to my fucking email for 2 days, they apparently canceled my pre-order because my account was new. Instead of, actually addressing actual bots.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Reddit,
Boy.
you can't comment unless your account is 10 days old.
Right? Oh my god, that's yeah. I don't even get me started on that.
Truth be told, yeah. Why need a next gen console when you can just build a gaming PC that would just hold it?
Yeah. Well, then that was
See,
another.
I built a gaming PC, Fumiko, but I've been waiting for it to get delivered because COVID has fucked up like 2 separate delivery attempts. Also, fuck FedEx.
Well, see, that was
Worst
another thing
game.
that turned me off about the PS5 was when they said that like Godfall was going to be on the PC. I'm like, why do I need to get a PlayStation 5 now if the game that I'm only interested in is going to be on the PC? Like that just kind of defeats the whole purpose
True.
at that point.
So let's
But
ask
technically
this.
Until
Hmm?
yeah,
Go for it.
what's up?
You were in subject. Go for it. All right, my question
no,
can
go
ask the
for
way.
it.
No, my question can ask the later. Go for it.
I was just gonna say, so basically what y'all are telling me is I buy one next gen console, I have them all until my favorite game comes out.
I mean, exclusives wise, historically, PlayStation has always been better than whatchamacallit, Xbox. But I
Xbox.
mean, bang for your buck value gaming wise, you're gonna get more mileage out of a PC, generally speaking.
Well, also,
Unless you just
Yeah.
really like exclusives.
well, then you also have to take into account that PS4, like it was PS2, then 360. 360 dominated that whole era, and then it went back to PS4. PS4 for because exclusives were just way better, and Xbox fell so behind because they went like, "Nah, we ain't gonna change our rhythm."
Well, let's get real. The only reason Xbox really won the 360 generation was because of the online support. If PlayStation Network had been more structuralized and centralized in their organization structure, they would have probably won because of the like titles that they had, like Resistance, Killzone, and then the single player stuff like Uncharted, Last of Us, and Infamous.
And most people were buying a PlayStation 3 because people were waiting for Kingdom Hearts. To be honest with you.
True. That's true.
But now, since you can get it on PC, Xbox, and PS4, why the hell do you need to own any other thing?
I mean, there's literally no reason to buy an Xbox console because all Xbox games are on fucking PC.
Truth.
Unless your PC isn't strong enough to run it all.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, you don't really.
Yeah, at that point.
You're not really a PC gamer.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not. I own a PC that can pretty much turn on and edit my videos. That's all I want.
Same here. Someone tried to teach me how to play League, and I got lost.
Dude, I can't play League. I cannot play League.
Yeah, here's a fun fact for how to do that. Don't. It's a waste of time.
Yeah,
and
that game
emotional
irritates the living
damage.
hell out of me.
It's very
Like, I find no
popular.
joy in that game whatsoever.
It's okay. We're edgy and hipster because we play Cardfight Vanguard. Even Knight here, who's enjoying getting sacked by
Nice
Avengers
idea,
and
so
Eradicators. Yeah.
I wouldn't even be mad if they would win for some other reason besides just hitting more triggers than me. Like, I wouldn't be mad. Because, like, if I get outplayed, like,
Yeah.
cool, I feel good because I learn another way to, like, another strat that can counter how I play. Like, cool. But if it's just some dude hitting triggers and then final turning me in his battle phase because he's too chicken shit the dude at the beginning, yeah, then we've got an issue.
Maybe he's a scalper.
No.
Maybe he's a cuck, is what he is.
No, the best part would be, and I'm going to say this right now, just start playing Raiji. Raiji just makes people sad because I just watch them go like, I'm at 3 the whole game. Half my effects don't go off. What do I do now? Just
Reggie,
Fuck them.
Reggie was in the Winners Championship, man. There was a lot of Reggie decks. I'm actually going to be doing a video on that because I want to make a point that somebody in chat the other day on my stream was like, "Oh, they're not meta. They're not meta." Okay.
No, the answer is
okay, buddy. Whatever you say, nut
they're
job.
they're anti-meta. That's the thing. They are very anti-meta. They're not.
It's a
Reggie
strong deck.
crushes people.
It's a strong deck. Alibaba
Meta
made
is
proof of
so
that.
like
It's only made better by the Amon support because you're
Mm-hmm.
no longer just shit out of luck when you like soul charge your heal triggers.
Yeah, because now you get grade 2s that are like, oh, yeah, if you healed it, I put a copy of myself in, so you get another shot at it. Go for it, buddy.
I mean, you know, as much shit as I will give Zero because I love Vanguard, but they do certain things right. And I will say that they do certain things right with the buffs that they've given certain cards. Like the thing they did with the Amon engine is beautiful. Things they've done with Robos, the things that they have done with God. Some of the other cards, because I'm losing my train of thought here. Like they've done good with the buffs that they have given to make the game feel a little bit fresher, and it feels more natural even for those cards to have these new abilities that they actually do have. So like for that, I do tip my hat to Game Studio, and then they actually have the balls to be like, let's tweak this a little bit, or let's change this a little bit. The fact that now, Dauntless is going to be a discard 2 instead of 3, because 3 was like a hefty ass cost in this game. I think that's brilliant. Honestly,
I disagree because until they fix goddamn Grand Blue, I'm still disagreeing with everything they do.
Grand Blue just needs a threat, man. If Grand Blue would have got a crit, that's all Grand Blue needed.
I mean, Kakaitis Reverse could have got a crit on the 15th discard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been upset there. I wouldn't have been upset. But no, they wanted to be the dicks that they are.
Yeah. Because that's the only thing that Grand Blue is missing is the threat, dude. Like, it's actually a pretty awesome and fun deck. It's just missing the threat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate.
But it has enough call power you can run crits. Like, fucking Echo showcased that last night on Fight Nights.
I've been trying crits. I have been trying crits, but I feel like it's still way too underwhelming.
He does 5 and 4.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
5 crit? 5 crit, 4 draw? Or 5 draw, 4 crit? Knight. Knight!
What?
Was it
5-4 in favor of crits? Or 5-4 in favor of
4 draw.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm gonna have to try
I've been trying it. And people still question why I play the grade 1, grade 2 combo line. I'm like, because this game hates you so much that I rather play the grade 1 and grab a grade 2 for my drop zone and call it on top to guarantee me to not burn my hand for the 1 grade 2 I see all game.
Oh, because you run the Kakaitis engine, don't you?
Yeah, and I don't run Kakaitis grade 1.
Gotcha.
I don't run Kakaitis grade 3. I like the engine because personally, at the end of the day, the engine just benefits more than anything. I feel like you're only going to get the girl that Soul Blasts 1 to draw a card off maybe once a great while. Getting all 3 in drop zone or more is kind of tough. Even I mathematically tried this several times with different iterations. And I'm like, nah. I think stands are also a little bit better in the long run game, depending.
Stands are
crits are good for building early pressure and threat, and then stands are better late game.
Yeah, and the way I built it is I want to head to late game, not hit the early game.
But I'm slowly trying to persuade you to maybe try Zero out a little bit more there winning. I was like, it's cool though, man. For like the little things that the game does. I'm a fan because again they made grade 2 relevant, which makes Grand Blue feel kind of good in that sense because you can always have a wall. You always have something to guard with for the most part. Like even if the shit.
Definitely Limit Knowledge will have you on a stream. I think the next one we'll try to pull you back up on.
Oh, sorry.
So, Blau.
Blau.
Talk about the Blau engine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so are you planning to build Mon to Ashura, or are you just being like pure Blaus?
Heck no, Mon Ashura is toxic.
Yeah, I agree.
At least he's aware that it's toxic.
We are in agreement.
That deck needs to be banned out the water. Like, actually.
They just need to give
this game is made for that deck.
They just need to give the Break Rides clan specifics, like Beast Deities for Ethics, and then Blaus for Mond. And then bam, problem solved.
They get it later. G-Era.
That's true. That's true.
That's what we get for playing Nova Grappler. When we're good, we're bad. When we're bad, we're good.
Man, because it's like right now you see Revengers all over the place. So then we get to look forward to Ashura Kaiser all over the place.
So which nail do you want in the foot? The left or the right?
Basically.
Yep,
and then it
pretty
ends
much.
up going through both.
Well, that nail started a long time ago when MLB was the toxic deck of like, I'm just gonna play MLB all day.
So what's this tournament idea Funko Chan has?
Let's see.
It's Fumiko, by the
What?
way.
Fumiku he told you about Ant. There
Yeah,
was a
he
tournament.
said he told you that he has a tournament idea.
Night.
I'm not helping you out. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I know that she said something about having a channel idea. She was doing a thing where like she was going to open up a brand new account and then like build a deck based off of the packs that she did with the account, which she actually did today. I haven't heard about a
The
tournament.
wheel. The wheel.
Yeah, with the wheel. Yeah, with the wheel thing.
What's the wheel?
I don't remember exactly what the wheel did. I know that she run it by me and I got to see it for a little bit because I was driving. That she opened up a bunch of new packs on a starting account, and then she was trying to build a deck off of that. But I haven't heard anything about a tournament though. That is new. That is new.
That's a cool idea.
Oh wait, let
Yeah.
me check this. Oh, so basically everybody spins the wheel and they get a random clan, I'm guessing, is what you're trying to go with
No,
it?
she basically did I don't know if you know sealed only kind of format or draft format. She opened packs and then she like spun the wheel to see what clan she would get. That's really cool. Good idea.
No, it was a brilliant idea. I just can't remember the specifics of like what she was trying to do.
Oh,
Send that
okay.
to me. I want to watch it.
That makes a lot of sense. I like it.
Yeah, it was really awesome idea. It was definitely intuitive for sure.
Yeah, and you know, it kind of refreshes Zero content.
Yeah,
And all these deck and fight.
absolutely, absolutely.
Limited. We're. I don't believe Legion is going to be healthy in Zero at all. It's going to still be as toxic as fuck when it reaches.
I
Yeah.
can't wait for Legion. I'm the only one. that's
Really,
excited
really,
for it.
really. You want Thing Saver, the Great, or what is it?
You got dang right. I want my great. All the overlords, all day, every day, baby. Every form. It's not even my
the
final
only thing
form,
I'm
but
gonna
want
look
another one.
forwards to in Legion is to smack every little Legion bitch with Blaster Joka.
Oh god.
That is the only deck I'm
Or,
going to
hey.
climb with after that event.
Perfect
I'm
Razor
going-
with the Cat Butler. Because we're going to be revisiting that. Perfect Razor with Cat Butler. Remember? The abusive shit that people did with Novas because of Cat Butler. And then they had to, like, erat freaking Cat Butler because of it.
Yep, and I'm going to kill everybody with Blaster Joka. Because that is all I
No.
care about. Because
That's
I'm
not funny. I hope you know.
It's going to be the meta of restanding Vanguards. Because there's going to be restanding Shadows, restanding Kagura, restanding Royal, restanding Nova. Like, everything restands. We're doing it.
The answer is everybody's going to now sit on grade 2 until they want to ride, because that is what most people are starting to shift over to now. If you start noticing, a lot of people are now sitting on grade 2 waiting for the most opportune time to actually ride to grade 3.
That is true. That is true. You are seeing that.
I think it depends on the clan you're using, but like with Link Joker, absolutely, because it's sometimes way more advantageous, especially if you don't have IZD in hand, to just sit on Mobius
Yeah.
and then combine it. And if they're stupid enough to put something that isn't an intercept in front row, then abuse the hell out of that with Singularity.
I'd just keep him like you said. I'll keep him at 3, or just and then if I even take him to 4, I'll only give him like one column. I'll give him one column to lock. That way I still have another one free. And they'll do it. Some people will just go ahead and go all ham like, oh, we're doing it, boys. Like, oh, I got you so bad.
Called. Wait for.
I
Vortex
definitely want to
Dragon,
see
dude.
this
That's one of my favorite
sheet,
cards.
Chan. So, I definitely
Yeah,
let me know. I want to hear it. Fumiku-chan. I definitely want to check this out. Definitely send that list later. But again,
Oh,
Legion will balance the cancer of Zero as of now. Break Ride format only gives privilege to certain decks. It's Zero
I think
punishes.
it's more of the issue is certain decks just have more fluid interface than others, and also people just only play certain decks because they're fucking bandwagon whores.
Limited
Yeah, 'cause,
saying
like,
Legion
every-
gives all meta deck chance consistency, and yes, Joker is a great choice, right? Yes, Blaster Joka is going. I'm going to murder everybody with that deck.
Like I lock all of you, and I get a crit. and I do these other things. Oh, and guess what? I strip you of your Legion mate. Because why not?
You guys remember when they first showed that in the anime and everybody went nuts?
Everybody lost their damn mind. Like, oh my god, did you see it do the thing? Like, oh, it's so OP.
It de-legioned you, and then locked your whole board. GG, good game.
And they got a crit.
Yeah.
Got a crit.
And it got a-
It's like they threw everything at you in the kitchen sink. The only thing that would have made it better is it could like get past the PG, like give it Maelstrom ability. Then it would have been the real nuts.
And Photon is just broken.
Photon's good. Oh my god, Photon was good.
Yeah, but Photon's gonna get that back row thing, and then when it gets Legion, he'll probably be able to lock the front.
Oh, watch Photon be a triple rare, because you know what they did with the 1 grade one.
Photon is a triple rare in IRL.
No,
No,
I
it's a
thought
trial.
Photon was
it is
like a
It
rare.
is a trial deck triple rare.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
He's a trial deck triple rare.
No, it was Guarded Star, and he was a trial deck rare. Don't listen to me. I'm a boomer.
Yeah.
No, he was just a rare. He just had the glossy over finish or whatever it was, and it went with the yeah. Yeah. It did get a Legion rare. I think it got a Legion rare if I'm not mistaken, because
It got a triple rare reprint, but not when it mattered.
exactly, not when it mattered. I mean, that's neither here nor there. It's still a
Rondo.
busted card. It's still a busted card nonetheless.
Yeah, grade 2 on place. I lock whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, it was up there with Agalavel, because Agalavel is another grade 2 that was just like stupid good for its time.
Aglovel. Yeah, Aglovel.
Yeah, for gold, for Bluish Flame.
And it's back to Hannes.
Mm.
Oh, Bluish Flame.
Yeah, dude.
That's a deck people gotta play in Zero.
Oh, that's gonna be a play, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be happy to see Legion again. It just didn't last long enough in the TCG, man. I was like, oh, here's Legion. Guess what? Oh, now we're in G era. Now we got strides and grade 4s and triple drive.
If my prediction is right, we will have Legion a little bit longer than natural because we will be pulling from G era for the cards.
I think you're right. They're already prolonging Break Ride, man. 15 should have been the end of Break Ride, but they're taking all the way to set 17 now for Break Ride because of how they're distributing the cards. And now they're adding, like what we've seen, they're adding Great Die Kaiser to set 15 or 16. No, 16. Is it 16 or is it 15?
But
no,
Great
16.
Die Kaiser was supposed to come, though.
No, he was in the Fighters Collection, though, originally. We didn't get him in the English set until, like, Fighters Collection. He came in with the Shadow Kaiser and whatever those other units were.
Bible or whatever it's called.
Yeah, and that's why I said I thought that was kind of cool. Like, they're actually giving us Fighter Collection cards in Zero before we ever actually got them in the TCG at this time. And it's nice because they actually complement the support that they're trying to, add it to. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be curious because Great Die Kaiser is going to be. Oh, so excited for Robo. Sorry, geeking out a little bit. Anyway.
So let me ask this winning image: is there going to be a particular deck that's just going to bring you into Zero full force if that gives you an option?
Because we're trying. Okay, we're like the little devil on your shoulder. Come join us.
I made a Zero video. It did very well. I did one. Actually, no, I think I did two.
Echo, it's not technically a G era card. It is a G era card.
What deck would make me try Zero? I think I'll give another shot when Chronojet comes out.
Mr. plays Blouse, but you're not going to give Blouse a shot?
I think Blouse are broken in Zero, man. Like Stern is still one of the best cards in the game. It's just not power scaled properly, I would say, with the rest of the stuff in the game currently, because cross rides are kind of dominating y'all's game right now.
I don't know about all that. I don't really see many cross rides. I don't see many cross rides. It's crazy that you don't see as many.
What's the meta right now? What are the top
Avengers?
five?
Cancer.
Avengers?
Fucking
Avengers.
Metastatic stage 4 cancer.
I give you, for instance, one of my friends from Indonesia, he was talking about, like, he climbed all the way from the bottom of the barrel, all the way to legend with Sanctuary Guard. And that deck puts in work, dude. I played against it today for fun, and I was like, that deck is actually really cool. Like the way he built it, it was really cool. I'm a huge fan of it. And then he's like, he gets to legend like last week, and he's like, dude, I'm burnt. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, it's just Revengers. That's all people want to play. He's like, I've beat them so many times. He's like, because I play it so much, I know how to beat them. And he's like, it's just boring. And see, that's what I was saying earlier. I felt that way back when MLB was a thing, because like everybody was playing MLB. Every freaking match was just MLB, and I was just like, you got to be kidding
But again,
me.
there was no countering measures against MLB. Was it?
No.
MLB was you had to have the PG or you die, and even then, you had to have it in the right situation, because if you didn't, you were fucked.
Yeah. Then that's a good thing though, is because they did have to change the sentinels because of how they go off. Now it's like if they're going to kill you, it goes off instead of if they do a certain amount of damage or more. Because back then you couldn't get a limit break, because it would go off at 3 damage, and then you would just be stuck at 3 damage. And you're like, oh well, too bad I can't go to limit break now because reasons. But you know,
I'll try it again when Chronojet comes out. I like Chronojet a lot, so.
So what you're saying is you're going to try it in April when Galaxy Pile comes out.
So I got a new phone recently, and I'm scared to open my Zero, but I have all the material saved up. It's so weird.
Keep playing. You get free packs anyway. If you want to build Jet, you want to just build up the free packs.
Yeah, I think that deck's gonna be really fun in Zero, especially Mystery Flare if you can pull it off.
The answer is the only reason why Chronojet's going to be really good compared to anybody other deck is because they're just going to be putting the Grey 2s back at the bottom of the deck. You will
I
not.
think it's going to be back row though. They can't do that.
No,
that'd be too bad.
It's control. It's going to be fine. They'll just put it in the front row.
Yeah, they'll find some way to work it around it.
Jet will
I would
target
more or less
front
see
row
it do
because again, Jet will do one, and then even then, going future look at it, you have Time Flare Dragon, which reverses based on the number of cards you bind. So you bind 4. Congratulations, you just set the whole field back. You have, what is it? Chronos Command, that is on hit, send back the whole dang fields. And then you have Chronos Command Commander, who is literally on place, counterblast. If you have a Chronos Command face up, congratulations, you just reverted the whole field back.
Oh, Revolution? Yeah.
Yeah. So again,
I'm looking forward to one of my favorite strides coming back though.
What's up?
Epoch Maker Dragon.
Oh!
I tried to make that card work so many times.
Just
but
wait.
that
People are
on-hit
going to start
stinks.
killing you with Indra. Because Indra Stride was a...
Oh, Indra Stride is good.
Yep. 9 crit, let's go, die.
Yeah. And
They won't
got,
hit you.
what,
They won't hit you. They will just literally wait until they can lethal every single time. You will not have resources.
I still pray to God that they come up with another way to guard though in this game. If we do go into Stride, I swear there needs to be another way to guard in this game.
But you won't
You know,
get
you
that
could
until
build a
halfway through.
Anti-meta deck with current Indra. All you need is a full play set of Indra, and you can just triple crit on 3 every single time.
But it's
You're talking about the Narukami Indra unit, the grade 3 that says
yeah.
if you have multiple copies. I never seen nobody play that. I'm like, this card actually has
I
potential.
played it.
Like,
I played it, and it just is so bricky. It is really bricky.
That's unfortunate, man, because it looks like it'd be a lot of fun if it went off.
It depends on if you're using the other nobles in the deck. Otherwise, yeah.
There's only 6 nobles, though. I mean, 3 nobles at a full playset. You are still at a disadvantage on seeing all your nobles.
Yeah, and you have to ride one. That sinks.
Yeah.
It could be a decent.
But then you got
fun
only 5
alternative,
nobles.
But overall, yeah, I think, despite the potential and cool factor, it just
Do you
Raiji
think
does
it's
it better.
a Zero exclusive card though?
Yeah. It's not Ragey powerful. unfortunately.
0 exclusive cards, I don't think they'll... The only ones they've made are literally vanillas. They have no effects. I would be more
Yeah,
interested...
they're-
No, you know what I want to see is the fact of the matter is they announced a while back ago that there was rumors of Prey Elementals to have effects.
Yeah.
Just so that new players could come in and at least have a semi-meta compelling deck. Then they scrapped that idea when they started just giving out free 80 packs to anybody time you start up new.
Yeah, because there was supposed to be like boss monsters that you would fight, like boss grade 3s that had like stupid abilities. Like if it hit you and you were at so many damage, you automatically lost because it would auto win and some stuff. I remember that. I remember it was in the database, and then like that never saw those.
No, it wasn't like an auto
Yeah, I
win.
thought that was an April Fool's joke.
Was it able?
No,
I
it
do
wasn't.
remember.
I thought it was.
That was released in like June.
Goodness. Yeah, I couldn't take that. I couldn't take those skills seriously. They were really good.
I mean, one healed every turn, so yeah, that was a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
If you didn't die, you instantly healed from 5 to back to 4.
Yeah. I mean, from like a NPC standpoint, it would be cool for like some kind of like mission thing that you had to do or fight to get some kind of like cool reward or something like that. It would be interesting to do something of that nature to go up against it, but like to have something like that actually in the game that you can play would be a bit busted. It'd be way too busted.
That would be something, man.
Yeah.
Like, imagine beating like freaking Aichi, grade 2 Blaster Blade, just by riding a grade 3.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
don't
an
know.
overkill.
I feel like with Zero, they just don't know what they're doing because, like, with this new Grand Blue event, they added no new furniture, and I'm not a fan of the room feature. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan. But they didn't
They're
even
not
bother.
even a fan of it.
They didn't even
This
add
is
new
it.
furniture. They just cookie cuttered whatever came before in the last 2 events, or actually the very beginning event, I should say. And like now at this point, they're not even trying because used to like when we got new expansions, we got new furniture for the game, and now we don't even get that. I'm like, what are you?
Well, we got
doing?
a new skin.
Hmm?
We got new skin.
Oh, what you talking about? Like the character fight skins?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That for the like the V medals or whatever. Yeah, that
That's a
I'm cool with.
given. They've
No.
been releasing that.
No, in Grand Blue they gave you a full new skin. They got reverse Goki.
Oh,
That
Oh.
took up most. Again, if you're grabbing 3 packs and then you have to get the reverse Goki skin, you don't really have enough usually in that time frame. Me, I don't fucking care. I get that quantity and then some by day 4.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But the biggest issue comes down to that.
And this is why I
yeah,
play.
because I
White
always
Shorts.
spend my stuff on the pack. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I was just gonna say, this is why I play White Smarts.
Because you have no family or any other expectations higher than that right now because it's so expensive to get into it.
Nah, I just wanted a trial deck.
Welcome to Pillow Talk. Yeah.
For me, Zero is because like nobody in my locals plays Vanguard. I moved down to the beach from like Charlotte, North Carolina, back in 2014, and I could not get Vanguard off the ground, dude. I tried so hard, but if it was not Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Magic the Gathering, like nobody will touch another card game down here.
But-
So it was like for Zero to come out was like that was a godsend for me because it was like, oh, I can finally play Vanguard.
But
Finally.
couldn't you figure it out still?
Do what?
Couldn't you just figure it out? I mean, the world of social networking makes it so easy to find people to play with.
Not locally. All of those.
Depends on how far you were willing to travel, though. A 20-minute
Most of them
drive.
were like 2. Yeah, most of them were like 2 hours out though. That was the unfortunate. I did try.
No,
I did
but-
try to network. I did. But it was just like 2 hours out and then have to go 2 hours back in. Was like that's 4 hours.
Anteiku? Here's an idea. Open your own card shop.
I want to. That was the dream, dude. I wanted to do that so damn bad one time. God Almighty, if I could have.
In your case, in Anteiku, you came from what at the time I knew as one of like the more vibrant Vanguard communities
Mm-hmm.
in Charlotte, North Carolina. So like, was
Wait,
it-
what?
Yeah, you guys had
serious?
all the creators in that town.
Dude, because I would always go up to get some game, man. Like we had so many people in that shop, dude. Like, oh my god, so many shops. Like,
It
so
was
many-
very big, right?
It was huge, dude. By the time I left, it grew so big. There was so many people I didn't even know. It went from me knowing like everybody. All of a sudden I'm like, I don't even know who you are. And then when I would come up and visit to see my daughter, we would still go up there and I'd like play every once in a while. And it would just be even more people. I'm just like, I don't even know half these people. And it sucked because I didn't get to enjoy G era as much as I would have liked to, because that was about the time that I moved and life was happening. And then I remember somebody handed me that dope cross deck, and I was like, okay, I'm going to play this because this looks badass as hell. I won some of the matches, but like then I started losing because I was like making stupid ass moves. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But like, oh dude, no. Charlotte was awesome, dude. I miss it. I miss get some game because there's a huge, awesome community up there.
Call me a boomer, but Team Absolution, I remember they all were in Charlotte.
Yes. As a matter of fact, one of my friends, Matt, I was on Team Sentinel for a little bit because they had their own little channel. We all went down to Atlanta one time, man. It was the first time I met them. Like they were sitting there, like taking selfies and doing video shots and posting stuff on YouTube and everything. And Matt tried to continue it when his brother dropped off, and but then like I guess life happened, and so he started doing other things, and Team Sentinel kind of just fell off. But yeah, man, it was so cool. There was so many different like Team Absolution and everybody. It was, oh dude, that brings back so many memories.
Yeah, because the second you said it, the first thing I thought of was Team Absolution.
Yep.
Gosh.
Yep. Man, that's a small world. That's awesome.
Yeah, that I didn't realize. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't either, dude. I didn't either. That is
Boomer.
Yeah. Same.
Us Vanguard boomers.
Facts. So guys, I think we should wrap it up. We've had at least a 2-hour stream here for a podcast. We usually just do an hour, but I think
this was a conversation.
Well, it was fun having everybody here. And again, Anteiku, like, is there anything special coming up on your stream? Anything like that? Any new emotes or anything that you're trying to get working off the ground?
I'm still working on the new emotes. I'm also working on that coffee shop idea that, you and I periodically talked about and you've suggested. So I'm still kind of working that out on the side.
Like what I think you should do also with it is like a coffee cup like that was poured, and then like it sits underneath your screen and then comes up after it's finished pouring. Like it pours right through the bottom of your screen and then it comes up and then you have a cup ready to sip and just go like, thank you for the follow.
Dude, that would be awesome. I really want to work that out because Cypher said something the other day. He was like, make me some coffee, bitch. I'm just like, I want to. He's like, you're named after a coffee shop. I'm like, I understand this. This is why I got espresso beans.
Yeah. Knight, what about you? Any plans this week for Vanguard Zero or throwing your phone out the window?
Zero is just me climbing ranked more and getting more and more progressively pissed off. I did pre-order Rise though, so that was exciting.
About damn time.
Monster Hunter Rise?
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
I'm not buying
We're going to be
it.
playing that night.
I'm
I
not
know
buying
we
it.
are. I also got a year subscription to Nintendo Online, so I have no reason not to play it anymore.
Right. Super cheap. $20 can't beat it. Like 20, 25. Something like that.
Winning Image, what do you have game plan for?
Winning Image, you can find me. People call me that on the internet for some reason. I'm just gonna make content and continue prepping for a Cardfight Con. I'm really looking forward to everything that we have planned. You guys have no idea.
Okie dokie. This video will be up probably like around Wednesday after I get the other 2 episodes uploaded, when I'm not struggling to get everything functionality on my stream so people could do fun and exciting things with my stream. So I don't know how much I'll be streaming this week. It might be March 1st when I come fully back online, but we will be seeing what we do from there. But Knight, go ahead and start sending us off, bud.
Well, it's been real, peeps. I'm Knight, and
Absolutely.
I turn it over to Anteiku because I don't have anything else to say.
I got nothing other than you can check me out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and here on Twitch if you'd like, guys. Always enjoy the support. And as I always say, stay strong, stay healthy, and happy gaming.
Anything you want to add on for an outro?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Like I said, y'all make doing this super fun. Super thankful for the Vanguard community, and I look forward to meeting everybody. Hopefully, once this pandemic ends.
Well, guys, you know me. Man of many words, comes up with a lot of the ideas, and again, I also have a great supporting cast that again makes this amazing every week. I feel that we will be covering another guest host we're going to be trying to grab on probably when we come back on our next live stream is probably Limited Knowledge. We'll be bringing him up. I think it's a great output because again, we will also be dealing with the new meta from March 6th. You know, by that time our video will be up and we'll have the latest meta with Raiji, Pale Moon, and stuff like that. So we'll have a lot to talk about. So, guys, remember to stay
Hopefully
safe.
it'll be more healthy.
Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, support your loved ones, especially in these trying times, and just be you. So, guys, remember, like, comment, and subscribe on your small YouTube content creators. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. And oopski.
Oh, that was really fun, y'all. Thanks for having me on.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. That was a blast.
Definitely. Yeah, no problem. I felt a little bit bad for Knight because I felt like you were unable to support in conversation a little bit.